Okay.
Robin, have you got the new link yet?
Just getting it together now, mate. Bear with me. There we go. And there's the.
I noticed the audience number went up since I went to go make dinner.
Yeah, that's because I tweeted the link. You know, I have my own personal entourage.
I like how obsessed they are with stalking you just a bitch. Like, oh my god, they have no life.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for my attorney to put the paperwork together. I'm going to start hiring my services out. Anybody who wants to bring traffic,
Resident
just
hate
say,
figure.
Yeah, just say Derek Smart's going to be here at such and such a time, and it'll be all about the cha-ching.
Don't they realize there's a fine line between hate and love? You have to feel for somebody pretty greatly to hate them that much.
Yeah, they hate. They love to hate me.
It's all those little grey hairs. They just turns them on. That's what it is. You know, those are grey hairs from overwork. He's actually 22. There we go.
22? That means he's younger than me.
If only, wouldn't it, Derek? To be 22 again.
I know.
I'm going to be 29 in a month.
You poor thing.
Yeah.
As soon as you cross 30, it's all over, mate.
Yeah.
Whatever you do.
September, and I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know. When I cross 30, I'm going to be a wizard.
There you go.
Haggard is not going to knock on your door.
Wrong kind of wizard, Habib.
Yeah. You must know what the wizards are.
I was just making a joke.
Oh, right, okay, just double checking. You know, I didn't know before.
My sense of humor.
I didn't know who they were. I didn't know who they were until that I get told. That's how it happens. Simon Jones has followed me. Thank you, Simon Jones. Who the hell are you?
No idea. Probably somebody who wants on here, though.
Oh, he's retweeting Beer for the Beer Gods, so it must be something D-Smart related.
Oh my god. Well, this time it's not my fault.
Darn wee youngins.
I didn't do it.
Hello, Marty Bonkowski. Bonkovsky? Is that how you say it, Marty? Hello, Simon. Does anyone know if the SA forum is locked away forever now?
No, it's not. The reason Low Tax locked it is because he wants to make. You know, it's always good to make money off the citizens, because what's happening is there's so much stuff going on over there that they keep coming over there, taking all this. You know, they create their Reddit threads. They come and look and see who's saying what, whether it's Derek Smart or some inside or something. And so Low Tax figured out that hey, you know what? They never used to come to my forum. All of a sudden, Derek and a whole bunch of people are here. Now they come here, you know, all the time, and might as well make money from them. Hey, if these guys are paying money for JPEGs, why the hell not? I'm all for it.
Have you? I don't know if you know about this. There was this girl on Twitch who's got it so that if you want to place a comment or whatever like that, you have to pay $1. And she plays it up like oh, don't harass me. I don't like it when people harass me and all this sort of thing. And then of course a bunch of 8chan or 4chan trolls are going over there and just basically paying money to insult her all day. And she's like, stop it, shut up. and you sit there kind of going, and me and Logic were just looking at it and going, this girl's a fucking genius. She's an absolute genius.
I've got to try that. I gotta try that.
Yeah, you were saying.
I'm not sure it works that great if you don't have a pair of tits.
Yeah,
that can be arranged. Yeah. That can be arranged.
See,
what are you going on about?
Yeah,
that can be arranged.
You can lock down your LOD Twitch stream, with behind a paywall. So if anybody wants to make any comments, they've got to pay you some money.
You know what? We should do that. We should absolutely and totally do that.
Yeah, and all of the streams are just why Star Citizen sucks.
Hell, you could finance an entire new game doing that.
Oh man, you guys.
Revamp all the graphics, $100 million budget. You know, that'd be so.
Yeah,
cool.
we should totally do that.
So we've got we've got Eric. Eric may be coming on in a second. Thank you for liking. I'd started this at 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's now 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still happy to go.
I was here most of this time
I know.
too.
I last week I didn't do it. You see, so everyone's asking me to double up, and I'm almost in the mood
said
to.
You had 70 hours left to go, but nobody listened to me.
I'm not doing a 70-hour stream again. And if I am, I'm going to have a kip through it. We used to, in the sort of like the days of the Gamergate Open House, Shrek used to do sort of like the American side of it, and I used to do the European side of it.
And I used to watch both because I have too much free time.
Me too.
And so we were the only Gamergate 24-hour news network. It was just ridiculous. So Marty says, "Lol, you did that. CR would attack you for it, then sell a ship."
Yep.
Indeed, he would.
It certainly would.
I'm surprised you don't start selling ships like $100 million each.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
but
you wouldn't sell any, but it'd still be funny.
It would be. It would be. The thing about it is, I mean,
and advertise solely to Chris.
Yeah, he probably write me another nasty blog or something.
So I mean, I know there was some brouhaha. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but he was saying that there'd been some miscommunication as far as Chris was concerned.
What kind?
I think that there was some he'd actually written to the Star Citizen community or something, and talking about he needed to communicate the game better or something.
Yeah. But that's just little bollocks. It's the usual stuff anyway. Listen, here's the thing. Nobody pays attention to that guy anymore because he's already cashed in all his credibility chips. Even the very. I mean, unless you're actually psychotic or mad, nobody. And most people don't really realize that the two things are not the same. You can still be psychotic but not mad. But unless you're psychotic and really, really mad, in equal amounts, you wouldn't be paying any.
I can be.
You wouldn't be paying any attention.
Here, so.
You wouldn't be paying any attention to anything that Chris Roberts, Sandy Gardner, Ben Lesnick, or any of those people say or write about this game, because their sole purpose is not to give you a game. Their sole purpose is for you to give them money. It's really, that's really, people need to come to terms with that. It's always been about the money and less about the game. Again, at $10 million, think about this. There are so many studios in the gaming industry who would have shipped a game within a 2-year span with 10 million. Okay, think about it. Let's say, look, there are games that have been on Kickstarter for 3 million and delivered. There are games that have raised up to 6 million. Well, when you're talking about budgets, and even before he started thinking he was going to build a AAA game, you were still talking about, 5 million, then 15, then 18, then 25. Now we're 100. I mean, when you get to $50 million, you stop giving a shit.
Yeah, it's.
Well. There's a level that I like to call the fuck you level of money.
That was at 18 million.
Yeah. Once you hit that level of money, you can basically just tell anybody who pisses you off, fuck you, and just go someplace else.
It's just one of those things. I mean, the thing about it is that I mean, the game had huge potential, and it just got squandered. That's really what it boils down to.
What you doing? What are we doing? Who's this Commander Iced Griffin?
Yeah, he's one of my followers. He's one of my flight sim buffs. Yeah, I just sent him the stream link.
Would you like to come in? Oh, what? Have you given them the Hangout link or no?
No, I sent him the YouTube link. I think he's probably flying around. It probably won't come on the Hangout. He's probably just flying around.
Bunch of drunk assholes in here.
Hello, Johnny. How you doing?
Hello, Robin. How are you?
Living the dream,
Hello,
mate.
Derek.
Johnny, how you doing, my man?
How are the trolls in that? Are they all in that chat right now? Let me look it up. Robin, I want to see this shit. Hold on, let me switch over.
It's probably not that bad today. I think they've worn them. They've tuckered themselves out. These days.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had enough.
We had a few at the previous link. I don't think they've moved over yet.
Yeah, the problem.
Look, it's a kitty.
Hey there, Moonblade. How you doing, mate? There's a cat. Yeah, don't.
Kill cat.
Come here. Let me put your muzzle on.
Hey, kitty.
Hey, Max. Whoa, the kitty's yarn is really drunk, and
Oh dear, oh
Both of us
dear.
are.
Drunk kitty alert.
Drunk fuck.
Well,
I'm drunk.
Full
as shit
RSPCA.
Gethin and the guy that makes games.
Spit it out,
Really do
faggot.
sound drunk, man.
Spit it out,
Yeah,
faggot.
well, yeah, I'm
There
really
is
drunk.
fuck,
We've got a CC, we've got a Robert Gethin, we've got
My name isn't Robert.
some guy.
you
Holy
twat.
shit! Wait!
We
Is
have
that Mornblade?
Yeah,
Apparently,
we're
yeah.
and he's really drunk. And
Kitty just got off the radio.
Derek Smart, that is the one, Derek Smart. I finally got the name. And we've got CC, right? This chat is brilliant.
How you doing, mate?
Oh, it's,
No,
Mornblade,
honestly,
are you drunk again?
honestly, Mornblade, I can't.
Drunk as fuck. It's not drunk. Drunk. No, I'm drunk as fuck.
Or
He
Scottish.
is drunk. He is Scottish. It's a way of being, Derek.
Look,
No,
look,
I'm not drunk again. I'm just drunk as
Hey,
fuck.
Derek, look, it's so bad. Mornblade's such a bad influence that I went on Aerith Radio after the show was over, and his drunkenness made me start drinking because I wanted to be like him.
Yeah, it's infectious, isn't it?
Oh man!
It's the
I've been
only.
knocking the hell out of vodka for the last 2 hours now.
Yeah, we should get out. We should get out a game of fucking gender roulette at this point.
Oh yeah!
oh God, no.
Hey, is that the air vampire over there? That you vampire?
I'm a pug. I can't drink. I
No,
don't
I'm
have
talking
the
about
liver for
that
it.
vampire over there, him going off biting folks.
Well, no,
That
Habib.
you?
No, it's
He's
weird.
playing
I'm playing
Daikatana
Daikatana.
because I'm making him.
Yeah, Habib is playing Daikatana just as punishment for being wrong, apparently.
Oh
Is
my
this
god.
Is this still
What
playing?
did he do?
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
even
am.
sure he lost that bet, but whatever.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Habib, if you get your Twitch stream up and running and start streaming that, yeah, what I'll do is I'll bring that Twitch stream into here and then we can streamception.
Ah, shit.
Oh, okay.
So give me the link to your Twitch stream when you get going, yeah, and
Habib, since
I'll
you're-
stream that into here, and then we'll be fully streamceptioning at this point. This is technology at its best.
Habib, as an Arab vampire, do you bite dudes too?
Depends.
You gay as hell then.
Only Fridays and Saturdays.
So he's only gay on Friday and Saturday. He sucks on men. That's
Yeah.
fucked up, man.
Totally.
Shouldn't be doing that shit, man. That's gay as hell.
You are
We
drunk as
just got
hell.
out of we just got out of an offline call trolling the hell out of John Kelly, so we're having some fun tonight.
They're all drunk. They're all drunk.
Had some fun with him.
Have you been Spurg alerting the Kelly?
Yeah, we spurged him. Yeah, he spurged him a little bit. We got drunk and Kitty's like, I want John Kelly in here.
I want him now.
He did the same thing I did on my open house that time. I was like, God damn it, I'm drunk. Somebody get John Kelly in here right now. I want to yell at him.
Gadzooks.
I don't know. The only time I talk to him is when I'm drunk. I don't know why.
What a mess. So how you doing, Kitty? How was Aerith Radio? What did you guys talk about?
He's so drunk that he doesn't know how to unmute himself because I
his-
muted him because
he's
he was
lost his
being
shit.
Oh man.
It's a mess.
I pissed the kitty off so much tonight. It was great.
Now you can understand why I try and do my radio shows in the afternoons.
Oh yeah. Yeah. After a certain time, it's just pointless.
Yeah, it seems like Shadowplay doesn't support this game, and I don't feel like setting OBS to stream anything, so fuck it.
Doesn't it have an automatic mode for unsupported games? I think it did. It does.
Let me check.
Come to think of it,
Try
Habib,
screen doing it to the actual screen.
I'm pretty sure part of that bet was you were supposed to stream Daikatana,
That's
not
right.
just play it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm practicing before the stream.
I'm looking at you wide-eyed right now. Naughty.
Let's see.
You can do this.
But I'm still not sure he actually lost that bet, but
Me neither, to be honest.
Well, Socks is up. Maybe I'll invite Socks on.
does that mean I actually get to talk to Socks for once?
Yeah, she's alright. We had her on the mine once.
Kitty cat, you need to unmute yourself, dumbass.
Oh,
Look at him. He's drunk and probably done passed out of his damn laptop.
We don't get enough
Oh,
Australians here.
Oh,
There he is.
hello. I wasn't muted, was I?
Yeah, you were. I
You were
muted your
muted.
bitch ass.
I'd try and bring your bandwidth
Well, it
down if
didn't
I were
say
you,
it
mate,
on
'cause
the
it's
thing.
you keep on
Hey.
roboting.
Well, it wasn't
Pause the
that.
upload.
Fuck off, I need to upload my shit.
I gotta do
Oh,
it. Got him to yell fuck off again.
I need to upload my stuff, man. I need to upload my show. What the fuck is this? God damn it. Hey. Fox, you're a piece of shit.
Is this what your podcast
Anyway.
is like?
I think the orders does constantly with you as well because I piss you off daily.
Get it.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
We would love for you to come on for an interview.
Johnny Fox up his Aerith Radio has
Aerith
no
Radio.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
Finish
I'd
your
love to come.
sentence.
Just DM me.
And
DM me the date and time. I'll be there.
We have.
Hello,
No,
another
we
gamer.
have, and you haven't replied.
You have?
So.
Wait,
no,
hang on.
we have
was it?
the time.
Where was it sent?
To your email, I think. From your Twitter email.
Oh, I'll go look. Maybe it went into
We've sent you at least two.
Maybe it went into my spam folder. I'll look for it tomorrow. What
Yes.
email? What address is it coming from?
I actually don't know, but we have sent you a couple. What we will do though, no. What we will do is do one, and we will make sure it comes from something that probably won't get filtered, and we'll also send you a tweet in DM, hopefully.
All right.
I'll get to you, and we can see if we can get a decent interview, and it'll be a proper interview. We'll record it. It won't be live. It will be recorded edited, and we'll do it properly.
This is actually how most journalists sound.
which means no alcohol, right?
Yes.
Honestly,
No, it won't be me. No, it won't be me. I just run everything. Don't worry. No, we will have a.
Yeah, don't worry. This guy organises stuff.
Yeah, it will be organised.
Kitty cat, you're
No,
breaking up.
really, no, I swear down. I know it
Serious
sounds.
business
It
now,
sounds
folks.
awful, but we can be professional.
No, you can't.
Shocking. Yeah,
Well,
I'll check.
I'm gonna
I'll check
reboot my PC.
I'll
I'll
check
be
my-
right back.
I'll check my spam filter for your emails, Moonblade.
Well, yeah, we will definitely. We will email you if it's not in your spammers. We will email you soon. The email would be something@arifradio.co.uk. That will be the address. It could be anything .arifradio.uk. If
Sure.
that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yes, it
Right,
does.
cool. Yeah,
Kitty
we
cat,
will
I will
give you one.
remind you of this because you're too drunk to remember tonight anyway.
No, I will remember. We've been wanting him for a while, and we've also been wanting Mercedes, the
Mercedes
Something
Carrera.
sadness for her.
yes.
This is
We've
actually
been
funny
emailing
with her.
both of them. We've been wanting both of them for an interview. We have actually been tweeting them out and doing stuff, and it's just because I've got him here, and I thought I'd grab him right now and go, yeah, I'm really drunk, but yeah, we have been. Anyway, you know who it is. Look, he was there. I thought I would just go grab him now and say, we have been wanting you, but you haven't responded, and so yeah, I'll pull you out because I'm drunk and yeah.
It's like talking to a toddler through a vocoder.
Exactly. It's like we've been tweeting you for a while, but you haven't said fuck all, so I'm gonna just pull you out on it.
Yeah, Derek.
Look,
You've been ignoring
in case you didn't know, Shitty Kitty is actually John Kelly. He's just using a Scottish voice changer.
Okay. Got it.
No.
Oh dear, you've just lost an interview there.
My cock. No. God damn it! If you believe that, I believe you're the one that is behind that fucking
Go on, make a coherent
was
sentence. I dare
started that
you.
you hate.
Make a good effort. Come on. You can do it.
One
Come on,
coherent
here, Kitty,
sentence.
Kitty, you can do
Finish
Yeah.
it. Full stop at the end.
My brain
Has
can
he
catch
ever
up.
been sober or drunk?
No, because I'm
I'm drunk as
Scottish.
shit right now.
Never happened. No.
Right.
Take
Come on, Kevin Smart, that other guy that's doing the fucking thing.
Get the cock out of your
That
mouth,
you
cat.
hate.
I can't understand you. Come on now, you can do it.
How many?
It's not that hard.
Commander
It'll be
Ice
alright.
Griffin has a question for Mournblade. How many fucking drinks have you had?
What? I'm really drunk.
Lots.
And I do what's going on.
In answer to your question, Commander Ice Griffin, it is the Scottish equivalent of a lot.
Oh Jesus! A
Which
normal
is a
person
lot.
would be dead by now.
Exactly, yes.
Well, that's the point.
That's what he's aiming for.
Yeah, I mean, what? I've run out now, though, so
Oh,
I'll be
no.
sober enough.
Oh God.
I know.
What do
it's
you do?
ridiculous.
Do you just wait until the shop's open again
Yep,
and top up?
of course. Yeah, no, seriously.
This is what happens
shops
when you
over
have a
here
Scottish person on stream.
stop
You go,
it.
"Are you drunk?" And they go,
Look.
"Yeah." And they go, "Are you going to sober up?" And you go, "Probably." And then they go, "Are you going to get drunk again?" And they go, "Yeah." And that's the conversation just every week.
No, look.
This is why we leave you at a different end of the country. You know that.
Well, yeah, but just here, stop selling
hold on a
Drunken.
minute. I thought that England and Scotland were the same.
Cannot buy them.
No,
I thought Scotland was just part of England anyway.
We just built a wall. We just built all we did was build a wall that was high enough for them to trip over.
I have a question.
And that's all it took.
Exactly.
So they just slam straight down on their face and go,
what would
fuck this, and go home.
We'd just be drunk and kicking the shit out of you, and it was like, don't build that wall, it's like, it's enough foot, we'll maul you. It was like, well, okay,
as they drag their feet all the time, they're unable to actually get over the wall, you see. So they can
I have a question for the drunken cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Which people get drunker? Irish or the Scottish?
Oh man,
that's a hard question. Sample.
The thing is that the Irish aren't necessarily...
that's actually a hard question.
The Irish don't necessarily get drunk because they're always drunk, whereas the Scots tend to sort of like, you know, they're sort of like, they fluctuate.
Sober off a bit.
Yeah. They, you know, because they can't afford it all the time. Whereas obviously
no, yes, you're exactly right, and I'm half each, and it's awful. It's really bad. I am like, right, I need to get drunk though, but I don't have it.
Indeed.
It's like, I need to get drunk though. I'm half and half, I swear. It's really awful.
I know, it's awful.
But at least, at least
about this conversation.
No, at least they don't go into the pub and just fight each other over.
I mean, I'm like sober as a nun with a coffee in me right now and looking at another cigarette.
Well, I haven't had a drink in my entire life, so there.
Yes, but you have drugs.
Yeah, but they're prescribed to me.
That's no excuse.
And hell, I don't even take them.
You're supposed to take them.
Oh, that's why you're
otherwise the pencil
that's the whole
goes,
point.
Yeah. Otherwise the pencil goes in the wrong place again.
Right.
Yeah.
The
whole point. Getting past this because you don't have to people and you can just tell everyone to fuck off. I mean, that's the whole point about getting drunk. You go on, you get drunk, you go, hey, you people piss me off. Like,
I don't
piss me off for the last week.
Do that.
Wow.
Well, I think you do. Because...
Robin, aren't you happy that I brought the cat with me back on the show?
I'm just thinking, Derek, I bet you can't wait for that interview.
He's finally gonna remember.
No, it's not going to be me. Look, Derek, it's not going to be me, and it's not going to be me being drunk. Because
so who do you have? Who's your interviewer? Who's your interviewer on
Mega
Aerith
Mike,
Radio?
actually, he's quite good at it.
Yeah, Mega Mike is good.
Oh, it's Mega Mike,
you can
is
go
it?
and
I know
download.
Mega Mike. He's a good chap.
Yes.
I met Mega Mike at Leeds. Did you not? You should have gone to the Leeds meetup, mate. We could have had a chat and probably got very drunk. Well,
no,
I would have got drunk. You would have got very drunk.
No, why would you want to go there? I was already Birmingham one. I mean, you're all dickheads.
I missed the Brum one. I was aiming to go there, but couldn't afford it at the time.
I know. I was thinking I couldn't afford it, but at the end of the day, I just managed to get there. I think it was like a week before, and I managed to get a lift. If I brought a sleeping bag, I could chip in. So it was the last minute down, and I done. Anyway.
Hey, Robin.
I go there.
Robin.
Yes, mate.
You know what I've been waiting to do forever, and I should have done it tonight because it was a perfect time, but I didn't think about it until now. I'm waiting to get Mornblade on a show, right?
Right.
And just make him think it's just going to be me and him and nobody else. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to DM John Kelly the link, and I'm gonna get him to come in and say, "Here, kitty, 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 kitty," to him.
But the thing is,
Who the fuck is that? God damn it, Tom Kelly, what are you doing?
no, that's the thing.
That would be mean. That
That
would
would
be
be funny
mean.
as shit.
It's not me, no. You
But I can
don't
talk
think.
about
I just
Here,
wanna
kitty,
show.
kitty.
Look, I just had him. I just had him on the hangout. I just left.
No,
you
but I'm saying I was gonna
don't
get him to
care.
come in when you didn't know, expect him. He's gonna be like, "Here, kitty, kitty,"
No, but I don't care.
because you are
That's
John
the thing,
Kelly's
I don't
cat after
care.
all. I did give you away and told him that you're his cat now because you're so salty.
But
You're just as salty as him, so you have to be his cat.
Don't give a fuck.
Y'all can be salty together, Mr. Kitty.
There's being sorry and not giving a fuck. I don't care.
You're not making any sense right now.
Anyway, fucking Derek, look, at some point,
Apparently,
Okay.
he's talking to you.
no,
Derek.
no, at some point, at some point, probably you will get an email from at arifradio.co.uk,
All right.
like an email address.
Alright.
Why don't you just DM him on Twitter, dummy?
He,
It's a lot easier.
no, because we're doing it for not a shitty fuck show.
What the hell are you talking about, cat? Nobody can hear you.
Like, fuck off, fucks. Look, listen.
Bring your bandwidth down.
So, we will do it
Come to
properly.
think of it,
You will get an
Fox is something
email.
dogs are supposed to hate too.
No. You will get an email from Mega Mike at arifradio.co.uk.
Yeah, Mega Mike's pretty good.
He's the one that does our
Derek.
Mega
interviews.
Mike is actually really good, yeah.
No, we're going to do a proper interview.
At least you can
it's
understand
not
Mega
that
Mike.
good,
Shit, can't understand that cat half the time.
No, look,
Yes,
we'll
got
send
it.
you one. I don't know what the questions will be, but hopefully you will be like, yes, we'll do the interview and stuff like that. So yeah, eventually, you will get one from arifradio.co.
Yeah, we know,
.uk,
Cat.
so-
We got it. Let Robin
Put
continue his
that-
show.
Yeah, no. So put that on your filter. Your
Oh my god.
you know what I'm saying. Put that on your filter
Nobody
thing
knows what you're
and
saying.
say that it's allowed.
Hello,
Yeah?
CC. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Alright. I didn't know if the
CC
kitty could
hates
hear
the
me
phone.
because I was telling him to shut the fuck up and he won't do it.
He's so cute drunk.
No!
I just want to
See?
take him home and pat his head.
But he's John Kelly's cat.
She loves me, Fox.
But he's a cat, and I want to kill him.
He's salty.
That's
Is that Mr. Shikaki right there? No,
he's
that's
being
somebody
cute.
else.
Hey, Robin.
Hello, mate.
It's kind of late.
Rocky stole my stick.
It's
Run,
10:30.
Derek, run. You
Yeah,
don't have
it's
to
late
excuse
here.
yourself, mate.
No, it's
If
fine,
you'd have
it's
just
fine.
dropped, I would have understood.
We need to get together. We need to get together next week so we can stream some line of defense, and you and I go in the game with a bunch of people and just look around, do a virtual kind of tour. What do you think?
Yeah. Would you like to do a weekday thing or something on the weekend?
Either one is fine for me. My now with this major update out of the way, my schedule is fairly open in the evenings
Well,
or in the afternoons, whatever.
How about we have a proper chat on Sunday and talk about this?
Sounds good, Cat.
Yeah, free
Cat-
up your schedule
catch
for the
me.
morning or something, and then we'll
Yep.
have a good old chinwag.
Catch me on Skype.
Sweet, nice one, mate.
All right,
Thanks-
guys.
thanks
have a
for
good
coming,
night, mate.
Derek.
All right,
Night,
take care,
Derek.
guys.
Good
Take
night,
it
man.
easy, mate.
Have a good night. All right, bye.
Look at you, cat. Running the damn guy, running the star of the show off. What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm not
Bitch
fuck
ass
off.
cat.
No,
Is
Derek
this
had been
even
on for quite
live?
some time anyway. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah.
Is this live?
I'm
Yes.
nicer to the cat than you are, and that's disturbing.
We're disturbing
this
the
live on
progress of this.
Is this live on the YouTube or something?
It
Yeah.
This is live on
Yeah.
YouTube. This will be
God
remembered
damn
forever.
it. Why? I
Yeah,
thought
kitty,
this
kitty.
was just a hangout.
I'm actually doing an
I
after-hours
did not
stream
know
here.
why.
Yeah, it's even
Hey.
at the very beginning of a stream.
Robin,
Robin,
look,
I got a
watch
serious
it.
question for you. Robin, I got a
Another
serious
game
question
this
for you.
is, I can send you a link to the music if you like. Just see the little name just down the bottom there. If you just click on that on Twitter and just say hi to me, I'd like to know where the music comes from. I'll send you a link.
Aye.
Hey, Robin, I got a serious question for you.
Yes, mate.
Is John Kelly actually Mundane Matt with a different name?
No.
No,
Because when he
when
gets sold, it really sounds like Mundane Matt.
Fox, you've been a dick. No, Fox, fuck off. You know it's not true. You've been a fucking.
Anyway, is that Mundane Matt?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because he really sounds like Mundane
I've
Matt.
had them both
been
on. I've
on
had them
here
both
at the
on
same
stream at the
time.
same time. Yes.
Oh shit! I want to see that. Did they get into it?
Did they get into it?
To be honest, John Kelly got into it with just about everybody.
Yeah, he does. That's why he's an
He
antagonist.
wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad.
He blows his top about
You know,
everything.
He was quite a nervous chap at the start of all of this, and has slowly sort of, basically found a place in, I don't know. I think he thinks he's Chan culture now. Okay.
I just think it's funny how it blows up at everybody about everything. He gets so emotional. It's fucking hilarious.
He gets emotional.
Whoa!
I've never seen
he did
it.
one time. He did
John
one time.
Kelly emotional?
I thought
No.
Yeah,
I thought he just
John
talks
Kelly
quicker.
emotional.
Yeah, I have seen him get really pissed off over literally nothing before. But I mean, yeah, I'll just say I'm drunk as shit, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about at this point. More Blade's a bad influence. He made me start drinking vodka tonight.
Oh,
It's the cat's fault.
oh, that's good. That's gonna leave a mark in the morning.
I'm like 12 shots in, so I'm feeling pretty damn good.
Oh,
Howdy,
that's
Batman.
definitely going to leave a mark in the morning.
How are you doing, Batman? Then is there no other streams to troll?
Apparently not.
Trolling this one doesn't work very well because we
Yeah.
kind of just laugh at you.
I think he's coming here to tell you that he's done crafting the bat suit, and that's why he has that look on his face. He wants advice on what to do.
In fact, usually when people come in here to troll the stream, we kind of end up teaching them how to troll.
Oh man.
Arundel's saying, "Yo, Johnny, give me the link for the open house." And I'm just gonna say,
Look, Robin's the one that gives the link to people, not me. So
you could always ask me.
yeah, ask him. He's the one that owns it, so I ain't gonna pass it out.
Hey,
Always
Robin,
makes me laugh.
can we invite the trolls?
What trolls?
I don't know. I just like to laugh at the trolls. They're usually so damn bad at what they do.
Well, okay. So, welcome back, Habib.
Oh, that was Andrew, though. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I just had to figure out the whole Twitch thing. I had to reinstall older drivers of NVIDIA with the older Shadowplay. Because the beta one is just shit, I guess.
So
In a
the
second, guys, I'm
old
just
one
gonna make
has
myself a
more
cup of something.
games on it than the new one?
No, some of the games. The new one has like this new overlay that just like every time I wanted to log into Twitch, it just gave me an error message. So
An
it's just like,
Arab message. An Arab message.
It sounds like
Did you
freaking.
did you just open the program and it said Allahu Akbar at you?
yes, and it blew up. So let's see. Let me try and
Oh
start
man,
this thing.
look at the kitty. He's just muted again. He can't read. He just...
Does he even realize he's being
That poor cat did it on his own damn show, and he was just like, "Alright, nobody heard me for like 12 fucking minutes." He's so drunk he probably can't see. Oh my god.
Posted the link to the Twitch thing.
the drunken cat
so people can watch
I
me
think
play
I
the
might
worst game.
not kill the drunken cat because the drunken cat's kind of funny. That's right. A dog just made peace with a drunken cat.
Gay. That was really gay of you, sir.
Yes,
Hope
it
you
kind
feel
of
bad
was.
about that. God, people are fucking exploding about that shit. It's not that big of a deal as a fucking comment.
What comment?
On the Nintendo Treehouse thing that I did, it's like, you know, when I talked about that shit, and there was like these pedos that went in the fucking comment section and were writing me novels about how child porn can be acceptable in certain circumstances and shit. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. It never is. I don't give a shit what way you twist it.
As long as there's children involved, no.
Period.
It's not
No.
okay.
Yeah. But they're like, oh, well, you know, if you actually give pedophiles child porn, then they won't be going and fucking kids. I'm like, no. Okay.
Somebody has to be fucking the kids to make the child porn. That's
that too, but I'm like, I watch porn, but I also go and fuck people. It doesn't stop me from going to fuck other people. I mean, that's retarded. That whole logic is retarded.
I don't know.
And
I haven't fucked
one of the guys in the comments, the first dude to kick this shit off, he was like, well, it's better to rape 2 kids than fucking have any child porn according to the law. I'm like, no, bullshit. I'm sure if you rape 2 different kids, you're gonna get fucking fried.
No, you're not. And technically, if you had a bunch of child porn, you'd go down for longer. Because every article of child porn is technically a separate crime.
Yep. I've seen it happen. Yep. And good on them for doing that, motherfuckers. Alright, enough derailing Gething stream. Have a good night, sir.
Derailing Gething stream? Wait a second. That's my job.
Yeah, he's our purposefully derailing person. You don't get to take that job.
Aloha snack bar for the M60 dude that Azman's talking about in the chat. I saw that. That shit was funny as fuck. Bye, kitty. I'll see y'all later.
Is he ruined?
No. I was really serious about trying to get Derek Smart for an interview on Nearest Radio. I'm not being a dick. Just
being drunk.
Just a drunk.
I thought I would grab him when he was there. I know I'm drunk, but...
Well, I'm gonna have a conversation with him on Sunday. He's looking to do some streams for his LOD business. So
you've got to take the opportunity, right? I mean.
Yeah. I'll try and remind him for you. I know, I know Mega Mike's a cool dude, and I'm sure we'll do a very good interview.
No. He does our interviews. He's the fucker that does the interviews. I'm just the fucker that runs everything. I mean, because he's good at the interviews.
I can barely tell that you're drunk. You sound basically the same.
No, I'm really fucking drunk. No, trust me.
He's really fucking drunk.
I am.
Or maybe I haven't ever heard you not drunk.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
It's gonna be a weird night.
Because I'm... No, I have to get... No, this is the thing though. No one's heard me when I'm not drunk because I'm never online because I need to get drunk to be here. Right? Does that make sense?
No.
Yes.
Wait,
I need to get drunk to be here.
What, you get really
I'm
nervous?
never not drunk online.
Why not?
So wait, does your internet connection run off of alcohol?
No, but
his courage does.
interaction is. My courage is... Yes. At least someone gets it.
Yep.
God damn it. It's like, yeah, I need to get drunk to be online, to talk online, to... Look, why the fuck? Anyone that follows me on Twitter, why the fuck do you think I disappear for 4 or 5 days and then come back and then do stuff? Just because usually when I'm doing stuff online, it's when I'm drunk. No, because, like, I've got... Look, shut up. We do.
No, you shut up.
Get into my
No,
no, we do not need to get into my head.
Look,
I
not
get
in your
into
head.
my
You know, you have
What I
voices.
do.
You have other voices inside your head. I'm not one of them.
And I'm one of them.
I'm not a
Look,
voice.
No,
I'm not a voice in your head. You're a
stop
voice
that.
in mine.
See,
Let's
see,
this straight.
see why I stay away from the internet.
Yeah, let's get this straight. I am not a voice in your head. You are a voice in mine.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the point.
I thought you were streaming.
And
Habib.
prove it otherwise.
Yeah, I start streaming and then it just freezes.
And that's because you suck.
Is it because
Are you
it's
using
Daikatana
are you using
and
your
it's
graphics
like
card to do the
Yeah.
streaming algorithm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be a problem. If you've got a decent enough graphics card, even then it still doesn't seem to work. It's better to do it.
No, of course it won't.
Sometimes.
Like,
Oh my god,
Especially
damn
in
it.
the
So
older
I have to set up
games.
OBS.
not even if you do that. Don't look. You need decent internet. You need a fucking healthy graphics card, and you need a super fucking CPU.
He has got a super CPU.
His stats.
he has a better
Well,
computer than I do,
that's
which is kind of impressive.
Okay.
Well, he's not got a decent graphics card then.
Yes,
There's
he has got a
something
decent
wrong.
graphics card.
I've
No,
got a
he's playing a
980
very,
Ti,
very
but
what is
old
it?
game,
No, he does. It's Twitch and Daikatana, because
and you're probably playing it at like 300 frames per second as well.
Yeah, but it
No,
doesn't.
I set it
seem
at,
that because it just.
I maxed it at 60
God damn it.
because, yeah, I don't want it to run it more. Let's download OBS then and start setting it up.
See what happens.
God damn it! It doesn't
So
matter.
We're going to be
Look,
live. We're going to be live.
It doesn't
streaming,
use.
we're going to be live streaming Habib playing Daikatana while we talk.
I don't know why,
It doesn't
but
use.
apparently that's what we're gonna do.
It doesn't
There is
use
no
his
why.
16 gigs or his 99 million
Wait,
cubic
you're
You
telling
wanna
me
know
there's
the
such
reason?
thing as something that has
transistors
no
that are
life?
on something and it
A lot of
doesn't work.
technical
And
talk coming out of you.
no, it's just gibberish. But it's because I'm pissed and I know that it's just gibberish because I know everyone, even if I do talk proper shit, they'll just look at me and be like, "Yeah, okay."
Oh,
Like that
please,
means
have a
nothing
try.
to me.
Try me out. See what happens.
Okay, it's because it's playing a 32-bit game. It even could be a 16-bit game
It would be a 32-bit game.
on. Maybe not.
It's
Depends.
it's running
It's
a Quake 2 engine.
Daikatana, it's on the brink.
It's a Quake 2 engine.
To be honest, it's on. Well, it's on the brink.
No.
To be honest,
When's the last 16-bit operating system that you remember?
that doesn't matter.
What was it?
Windows
Windows
3.1.
98?
Windows
No,
3.1.
it depends. It depends when that game's been programmed. So it depends if that game's been programmed on 62-bit or like 32 or
It would
16.
It would have been
Like-
programmed on a 32-bit operating system that had been around since 1995.
Do you think
Yeah.
I remember Windows
Maybe-
95, and it was a piece
the
of shit.
engine though?
Windows
Well, the
95,
engine-
there is no 16-bit version of. Trust me.
Well,
I've tried to find one because my computer could only.
well, I remember when it was the opposite way about, when it was like, look guys, we've got 16-bit, but you're still doing 32. It's like they're still doing it now, anyway. Okay, let's say it's 32, right? Why is his graphics card struggling right now with it?
It's not.
it's not his graphics card, it's Twitch.
It's Twitch.
What's probably happening is,
Well,
is
Twitch
that
is
he's,
shit.
he's using his graphics card to do his Twitch streaming as well. So he's using the graphics card to do two things at once. You're looking at a really old,
Well, yeah.
a really old gaming engine, which is probably taking far too many resources that it needs. It's taking the maximum it can.
Well, yeah, but still.
Whether or not it needs them.
So that's probably interfering with it.
Yeah, it just like
Well,
it starts
no,
and after 2 seconds
I
it just disconnects and I don't know why.
It's Twitch. Twitch is shit. Do it properly, you fucking
Twitch ain't that
retards.
bad.
Fucking program it. Just do it right. Why?
There you go. There's the music.
Yes, Twitch is shit. This
Exactly. Look, listen to the drunk Scott. He knows what he's talking about. It's shit. Fix it. He doesn't know how to fix it, but do it.
It's shit.
Because
Fix it.
shit.
Which
Fix
means
it.
I believe that this isn't working at optimum levels. We need to get an engineer.
No, it means I believe this is not. Well, no, it's not. I believe
Your fucking
it's.
weens are
This
pissing
is
on my
running
lawn.
like shit.
Which means, excuse me, but I
So-
believe your child is urinating in my front garden.
Yeah, pretty much. I believe your shitty thing is not working the way it should, so fix it and just get rid of it.
Can
We
we
don't want
keep
this
the
child
God
here.
stream
Why
going?
is it here? Look, like stop taking up my processing power.
It's really
this
important
child.
that you don't use the word look when you're in a hangout where we can only hear you. It doesn't really work out that way. That's the only thing.
Okay, it's like look
The look.
Here.
See, I can't look.
Hey,
so
That's-
here.
I can only
Well,
hear.
don't look, but hear this. Look, hear the look, and just hear it. This is the way it works. It's like
okay, he's not
hear
drunk.
this. You suck.
Seeing sound.
You're rendering
not
shit
just
that
drunk.
you don't need, and you're taking up my processing power that my processing power doesn't need to do shit. So, like, stop it and make it work properly the way it should, and stop being retarded.
Kitty, you can't force the computer to just obey you. It doesn't have that kind of process
Yeah,
available.
shouting at it isn't going to get you anywhere.
To be honest,
Yeah, but shouting at the programmers does. It's not the computer's fault. It's the programmer's fault that that tell the computer what to do. I'm not shouting at the computer. The computer's fine.
Yeah, the computer is fine.
It's the retards that actually program the computer to do shit.
It's never the
like
user,
they,
is it?
they tell the computer to do. Yeah,
Never
exactly. It's the user's fault.
User error is just an excuse by
No,
programmers.
of course it's not. Yeah, it's their fault. Whoever
Gadzooks.
programs it, it's their fault.
Yeah,
It's,
there's no
it's
such
the
thing as
user's
user
fault.
error.
No. See, it's the user's fault. It's
See,
never the
that's the
computer's
same as
fault
look.
because the computer always uses logic. See, that's the thing. The
Oh,
computer
goddamn it.
always uses logic.
And
Crash.
humans,
It's the
not so
computer's
much.
fault.
Once
It's the
again,
user's fault.
I'm thinking the drunken cat's not just drunk. He was seeing sound not that long ago.
Look,
I see
Eh.
sounds all the time, so that doesn't count.
see, right?
See, to see sounds, you also need to taste colors, and to taste colors,
I do taste colors.
I
It's
can
very
taste
annoying.
colors. What's
Okay.
wrong with you?
which
How much
means
LSD are you
you're
having?
not just drunk. There was acid in that alcohol.
You can't taste colours.
No, of
yeah.
course it was.
No, you can.
Oh,
It's
it's alcohol.
called
I can
synesthesia.
taste
Your
orange.
neurology gets a little
Like-
haywire, so it blends the
What?
senses.
What's wrong with you people? God damn, you don't even get drunk properly. What the fuck is this? No, anyway, look. The reason his computer doesn't work is because they haven't programmed it properly.
He'll get there, I'm sure.
He will eventually, but still, program it right and it'll work. People are wrong, the computer's not wrong, the computer just works on logic. If you tell it to do shit, it'll probably do it. It might do it in a retarded, unlogical way, but it'll eventually get there.
Well, it also works on
But it's
electricity,
your
I believe.
fault. Yeah, but it's your fault that it goes through 5 things to get to the thing that might
How we doing, Habib?
get
I
to
can't
it
wait
if
for
you
my
do
streamception.
Yeah, well, I'm still setting up OBS. I've never used it in a while, so just give me a sec.
Giving you a
Look,
sec. Hello, Crystal
you
Claire.
want
How are you
it?
doing?
no,
I'm saying
What?
hi to people in the chat. Crystal Clare's down there.
Yeah, I'm saying
One
no.
of my regs. And you can say
Say no. No, no
you're
one
just saying
cares.
no. Nobody cares about Kitty.
No, yeah, no one cares.
No,
It's like when
Kitty
Fox.
doesn't care.
Look, when the Fox. when the
He's just
Fox
left you,
ends
he's
me.
just dumped you here so he can go to bed.
And
That's
does
what's
stuff
happened.
to me.
You know that.
No. He does this all the time. He's like, "Hi, cat." I'm like, "No." That's the default answer. It's like, "No." Oh, okay. Just no. Why? No. Just no. It's like you know when a woman kind of goes, "Hi," and kind of flirts her eyes at you, and they're kind of wanting something. You see, you know what I mean. And I'm just like, no. Whatever it is, just no. That's the way it works. That's it.
I'm just talking to Miss 500 Watts, who's very apologetic about her not being able to turn up this week. Bit of a shame.
She
really.
sucks. Shame.
No, she's a nice kid.
Shame. Shame.
Kick your ass if you were playing her, mate. I've seen her play.
Shame.
She also likes cats, which means I don't really, that's
I'm sure
shame.
I'm sure she likes pugs as well, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, but liking cats is
everyone loves
unacceptable.
cats. No, it's not. Everyone loves cats.
Yeah,
Fuck
everyone.
cats.
I'm a cat lover and a dog lover.
Fuck cats.
But cats are.
I bat for both ends.
The reason cats are better is because you're an evil piece of shit. So no one cares what you do with cats. I do the same thing with dogs. Because dogs trust me enough to put them in that fucking box, so...
Why is my graphics
that's just the way it works. At least if I try and put cats in a bag, they will scratch the shit out of me. Where dogs, I'm just like, dogs, trust me. Trust me, dog. It'll be fine. And nothing happens. Because the dog trusts me.
The last time I seen somebody fuck with a dog, it bit its face off.
Well,
you were that dog, weren't you?
You haven't been dealing with the same dogs as me.
Right, little warning.
Dogs I deal with.
A little warning.
The dogs
to you
I
guys.
deal with just go okay, boss.
If anyone here has a GTX 780, yeah, and if you're trying out the Vulcan drivers, maybe want to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, don't bother. Look, it doesn't even matter. Even if you've got the fucking latest graphics card drivers from NVIDIA or fucking ATI, don't never try the latest drivers. It's poison.
Oh, well, I'm trying the Vulcan drivers. I'm just going to bring this down to 90% because it's obviously overheating or something. It's not having a great time.
No. Why are you trying the latest drivers?
No, these aren't the latest drivers. You are not listening to what I'm saying. Let me repeat what I've said. These are Vulcan drivers.
Can you try the stream now and see if it works?
I can see it right now, mate. Yeah.
All right. So
here goes
let's start
Daikatana.
the game again.
Yep, it's come up by the looks of it. So now I will streamception.
No.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Streamception. So his Twitch stream is now going to be twitching in my stream.
Wait, and the game failed.
Wait, no, it's not.
Is it falling over?
No, the game is failing now.
This is not
Are you
happening.
are you using OpenGL drivers or are you using the DirectX drivers?
What do you mean, like with OBS or the game itself?
Go to the video bit.
My entire PC is freezing up on me. What the fuck?
Of course it
there's
is.
OBS again. OBS, we go settings, video.
I'm not seeing any of this.
No, the game just froze.
Yikes. What's your...
It's maybe because it might be the Google Hangout thing that you might need to take it from OBS and then from his OBS and then stream it to yours instead of going from Google Hangouts and then taking it. Does that make sense?
No. In...
I'm just gonna stop streaming for now.
How are you taking it from his stream to yours?
I've got his Twitch channel open, and
right, and then you're streaming it to the Hangout, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with 30 frames per second for now. And before I start, let's start again. And
advert for vodka up.
Well,
yeah, you don't want to see that.
Can you?
Grey Goose.
Who wants to see what?
Not natural goose.
Goose.
Get rid of the advert.
Geese are geese are white.
Oh, the video of this grey goose thing is terrible. Isn't it?
Actually, geese are actually really mean.
Yeah, they can be pretty vicious for good reason as well. Hello, random stranger.
yeah, the game just like all the playing that I did, it just like it don't load my save, it won't load at all, like it just broke.
Who's this Jim guy and why is he muted?
Everybody's been muted when they first come into the hangout. Yeah, go to video.
I wasn't.
Ooh, there goes Jim.
Yeah, it's the game
Okay, pretty well.
won't work.
Here comes the trolls.
And I'm not a troll. I'm just Kitty.
Oh, so we did
drunk
manage
kitty.
to invite the trolls.
So, I never invited anyone.
Almost there, guys. Hello,
Robin,
Jim
my game won't work anymore.
So wait, his name is Jim Mong.
Hello, Jim Jr.
No, I'm
Welcome to the
I'm
open
just a
house.
nice kitty.
How may we facilitate your diatribe? You have to unmute yourself, Jim. I can see you're a Google nude. You're just walking into the place naked, you realise that? No, we guys can't hear you because you're muted, Jim. If you go up to the top of the thing, it says mute microphone.
Unmute yourself, you fucking moron.
There we go. Now say something with your mouth. And preferably words. Does anyone here love to dance?
No.
And you're gone.
That works.
That's all it took, mate. Thanks for coming. You've now been ignored and banned. So you're gonna have to get a new account for that one. Cheers. Bye. Yeah.
I think that works.
Just ignore this gentleman, and you won't hear him anymore.
Be honest, I like that song.
Well, then you can carry on listening, mate.
Complete it.
That's up to you.
I'm pretty sure you're not actually allowed to stream that song, but
Piece of shit, why? What's the point?
Thank you.
Okay, next troll.
Honestly, why? What's the point in that?
I'm guessing John Kelly noticed we were here.
You John Kelly, here's your dick. I'll suck it for you. Fuck it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Shit.
if anyone's seen how I played the game before and now, like, this is the original graphics of the game?
Nope.
Yeah, the stream is back up.
Let's
Wait.
There it is. We've got something. Yeah.
Anyway, look, CC, the fox loves you know that, right?
Got a bit of judder coming out from it, but hey.
She does. She knows that the fox loves her. That's fine. I thought I would embarrass Fox by saying that, but it doesn't. God damn it, doesn't even work.
Nope.
Fuck.
He tells me it himself, so.
Seems to be chugging like a mofo.
God damn, he's so desperate. What a faggot. What a thirsty fag. It's the same.
People being thirsty.
Yeah, and they call me thirsty. I've never done that to any female.
So how did they get the link into here anyway?
Probably Batman. I know he's a naughty boy.
Batman.
It just gives me a chance. It just gives me a chance to get rid of a few more troll accounts. That's all.
Hey, Robin.
Hello.
I have to ask you though. Because I have. Look, you know me, right? Sort of.
Yeah.
A wee bit. I'm kind of like medium. Don't give a fuck. Either way.
Right.
Right, but I hear the rumours. And shit.
Rumours.
And I hear shit.
Ooh,
Well,
those are
yeah,
always
the rumours.
Sorry?
The rumours about.
Somebody come in
Robin.
here and say something.
Yeah, probably some retard. No one cares. But yeah, I hear rumours of Robin's this and that and next. And I'm like, look at his Patreon. Look at this and like.
How dare I?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me really well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that sound nice? Does that come across nice?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. That's
of course,
that is what the Patreon paid for. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, no, but did I sound good?
Yeah, you sound reasonably good.
Yeah, well, I sound a lot better than I used to, because the same, my Patreon paid for my mic and my audio equipment too,
That's
so
right.
I sound a hell of a lot better than I used to.
Yeah, that's what you put the money for. That's what you put it down for.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I know they've been bitching about this and saying this and that next thing about you, and I'm just like, yeah, but I've kind of done the same thing, so...
It's salt and jelly,
I
mate.
don't have a Patreon page.
It's just jelly and
What the hell?
salt, bud. That's all it is.
No, but I actually done something to have the Patreon page in the first place, and
That's
it
right.
wasn't just the Patreon money that went for it. I actually put my own money into it as well. So it just contributed to it. It was like, okay, if people are actually putting money to it, yeah, I'll put my own little bit to it as well. It wasn't like.
You can see how much I get.
So
there,
you know
mate.
what
It's
I'm
not a
saying?
lot.
People going to buy me a Yeti.
Yeah, you
I
can,
want a Yeti.
No,
yeah,
it's
you can.
fuck off. No,
There's
please
hardly
fuck
any
off,
money in
please.
there, so you had to save up for months and months and months in order to get this. I can't
Yeah.
really, be spending loads of money right now because I'm sort of like trying to do freelance, which is essentially
Exactly.
when you're freelance and you're doing that in.
I'm
work for
not even
people,
freelance.
It's basically
I
a
just
bit
set
like
up.
being unemployed, but with less money.
No, it's even worse than that. Like,
Less money than even I get, probably.
Well,
no, like
you survive as best as you can. You do little odds and sods for people and try and get a bit of money
Exactly.
for everybody. But half the things I do for people for free, hoping that I'll get a little bit of sort of like
kickback.
Well, not so much kickback.
It's just a kickback, right?
But,
half the things I do, I
It
don't
works
do.
something like this, yeah. When you're doing freelance, there's certain people who can afford what you can do, and there's some people who can't. And what you do is the people who can't afford what you can do, you do them a favour, okay? And when somebody says to them, "Oh yeah, I like what that is there," my mate does this. You should go and talk to him. He might be able to sort you out. And when somebody comes and approaches me and says, "I'd like you to do something for me," I can say, "Yeah, sure. I can charge its money." Doesn't happen very often though. But
No, it was kind of different for me. What I done was, well, it was the theoretical thing. It's like, this is how much it costs us for servers, right? Put it up on the Patreon. This is how much it costs. So if people want to pay for it, that's there. But I was still saving up that money. So if people didn't actually pay for that, the money
shitty music
I put aside. Well, I put aside.
you didn't quite,
the money.
You didn't quite get in fast enough, sodium chloride. I've caught you there, bud. Bye. Unlucky, dude.
I put aside.
Having another gamer get in, he's not a troll, he's my brother.
Yeah, fine. Just send him the link. That's
Thanks.
fine.
But, so I put aside the money to pay for it, so that if the patron wouldn't pay for it, I had that money spare to pay for it, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the patron money came through that paid for the server, so it was like, okay, so I can put that back and put it into buying a microphone that makes me sound better, right? And that happened over 3 or 4 months, and then it was so that money that I saved up for 3 or 4 months bought the microphone that makes me sound better, right? And then from there, it went, okay, this microphone would even sound better if I actually didn't do it through some type of retarded, cheapy way that was trying to get everything to work, because I didn't know what I was doing. So if I buy a mixer, again, which I saved up for through the Patreon money, I was keeping back to pay for the servers that the Patreon money was paying for.
Another.
Right, so...
Why did you go for
well,
a mixer,
no, I
mate?
kept, in case the Patreon money wasn't coming through, I kept enough to pay for the servers to keep us going.
Yeah.
But the Patreon
why
money
did you need
came
a mixer,
through,
though?
so that means I could keep that money to actually upgrade my shit, rather than like...
So yeah, I would have kept it in software instead of trying to go for a mixer, because those are notoriously, you get a lot of noise and things like that, and you don't have to nuance it that much.
No, yeah, no, you're not an audiophile like me. I went the opposite way. I have now got the setup that no matter what happens, my audio is crystal clear, perfect. All we need to work on now is the software and the bitrate.
All you need to work on now is your pronunciation.
No, fuck you, you fucking faggot. Holy shit.
So, yeah, you do sound like you've got a lot of upload issues there, mate.
No idea.
I went to
idea how no, fuck off. No, look, don't talk to me about pronunciation, because I can get some Scottish fucking Weebo Glasgow orientated fucker on here, and you will not understand what the fuck he's saying.
English is not even my language, but I'm just gonna say this: Scottish. The T, not Scottish.
Scottish.
T there.
It's
Scottish
Scottish.
is fine.
Maybe
Look,
you
it's people. Look, no, I'm quite good at it. I'm telling you, I'm not bad.
You're very good at Scottish, indeed.
Who's this Andrew?
No, I'm very good at actually trying to pronounce words.
I believe another gamer. Hello, another gamer. Your brother.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I've been on a few times on Foxes.
Hello, brother CC. Congratulations. Well, you've made it.
Remember there was that one night that you and I just kept talking? I kept interrupting you because I was probably drunk, and you were like, "You're really rude."
Cock.
It's the only way to talk to him.
Just all of you, just suck my cock, just because I'm Scottish and you just need to.
I hate to break it to you, drunken cat, but I bite. You probably don't want to stick it in my mouth.
I've got claws. You've got teeth. You're fat. Like I've got both. I've got claws and teeth.
Yeah, it's always the cats and the dogs fighting.
Look, you've got look. I'm a ninja, and you're some type of fat fucking dog that only has teeth. I just avoid the teeth.
But I'm a fat fucking dog that knows how to use a gun. So fuck your ninja.
But you don't, because you've not got opposable thumbs.
You need a thumb to use a gun. You just pull the trigger.
Xenomancer makes a very an excellent point. Why am I listening to a discount Steve Buscemi nagging a discount Drunken Australian?
Because you're Scottish and you enjoy it.
That makes all the sense.
It does. Everything makes sense.
And of course, Batman coming in with the Line 11 motif, still keeping it real.
I'm keeping it real, dude. That's fine.
Never forget 9/11.
Well.
Never let a joke die.
Well, the sun doesn't melt steel beams.
Of course. What does?
Cats.
Cats melt steel beams, do they?
Yep.
They get
cats
drunk up
done it.
against steel beams.
Yep. And melt them.
Or
And that's why they fall apart. Yeah.
or
Cats.
if you like to call it your
Cats
local
do
rat
it.
library.
I told you were supposed to kill all cats, but nobody
Well,
ever
cats
listened
did it.
to me. Everybody doesn't
look.
think they're evil, but I know they're evil.
No, cats did it. Definitely cats did it.
Out of curiosity, is it possible that most cats are evil, but there's a few exceptions?
No, cats
they're
are
all
cunts.
like all cats.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
so this is a universal thing. in
Yes.
the viewpoint.
Yeah, a universal thing. Cats are cunts. I'm fine with that.
See,
I know I'm a cunt,
Seriously,
but that's
who's
fine.
this Andriel guy, and why is he muted?
Because I'm playing a game and I don't want to have like noises in the background.
Andrea's okay.
Sarah Butts. No, it was Sarah Butts that I was thinking of. This is like, what the fuck?
Sarah
That's
Butts
popped up
is
5 times.
poorly
A pedo.
trying to just come in and just be annoying. This is what trolls do. They come in, jump in for a second, and then go out. And it's ever so much fun, isn't it?
And
That way you can't block them properly or something?
To be honest, they're not very good at their job. They're just not.
I'm better
fuck.
at it.
I've managed to annoy you guys for the last 2 years and not get banned. These guys suck.
I know I'm good at it. I'm a good troll. If I wanted to be, I would be, but I'm not because I'm a faggot cat.
Cats are assholes, but they don't mean to be. That's just nature.
They're
Pretty much.
cats
It's
are-
a pure instinct.
need to be. They're
Robin
just.
gets it. You get it. I
Yeah.
think you're all cunts, and you just think I'm a cunt, and that's
They
fine.
don't mean to be. It's just the way they are.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh,
Evil is
too
evil.
slow, SRH butts. Too slow.
Oh. God, you're getting good at this, man.
You gotta
You're
be
getting
quicker
good
than
at
that.
Block
this.
this
There's
bitch.
another one. Yep, I got you. I got you.
They're not even using a new picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He
got you
flogged
over
you,
here, mate.
bitch. He flogged you, bitch. This is fun.
I'm faster than.
That.
No, you're not.
No,
You
you're
just
not.
Got blocked, dickhead.
It's like a
The funny thing is they're trying to like piss us off and they're just amusing us.
Yeah. No, the funniest thing is that I can hear that voice and I'm sitting there kind of going, dude, you're an adult.
I know.
This is what you do.
How, in fact, I think I'm the oldest one here. I'm just saying.
Hmm?
I don't know. Robin might be older than me, but
I'm 28.
yeah, it's that. Oh, you're a kid. Go away.
I'm probably the youngest one here, so.
I'm 29 in April. I got a month.
So you're still a kid. Look, Robin, I think you might be the oldest one here. Maybe.
I'm 38.
Really?
Yeah, you're older than me.
So you got 10
For some
years.
reason I
on-
thought Robin was older than 38. No offense, Robin.
I'll take that as a compliment. Cheers.
Cheers.
Right. So.
Cheers.
Thanks,
So
Right.
thanks.
Robin's the
You've
oldest
really
one here.
ingratiated yourself to me another game.
Yeah,
Cheers,
but
mate.
I'm the only one
well,
here
yeah,
who's going
really
to
well
be a
done,
wizard.
mate.
So there.
So I'm
I
the
will
oldest
be
cat.
a wizard, sort of.
I'm look. What are you on about, CC?
I hate to break it.
I'm the oldest wizard here.
Cannot be a
Look.
wizard.
Look.
You are female.
I'm the oldest
Cannot be a
wizard.
wizard.
How old are you, Habib?
How can I
I'm
not be
22,
a
by the way.
wizard? How is this not? Why are we fighting about who's the virgin here?
We should go fund Pug a prostitute. I think we should do that.
No.
Why are
Why?
we fighting about? Hey, why are we fighting about who's the oldest virgin here? It's like
We were
why?
talking about virginity? I thought we were just talking about age.
no, we were talking about
I
the
was
oldest
talking about being
virgin.
a wizard.
Or wizard. We're talking about the oldest wizard,
Yes,
which would be
invite those
the oldest virgin,
trolls,
right?
guys. Get them all in.
Unless-
Get them out of the way. Then
this.
then we're good.
I mean, does this not translate into
Hey,
Scotland?
real life demons. You know what? Yeah, this place is obviously a terrible censorship place. You should go somewhere better.
Stillfest.
And we've got you again. You do
But you managed to say a word
realize
this
you
time.
guys show up on my Hangouts list here, and I can look at you.
No, you don't.
And I can come over here, and then I go to the add people thing, and here you pop up.
I is a little kitty. I has a little show.
Can't touch this.
I has a little show. It's called a Hangout. And we have stuff, and we do stuff, and we let anyone on, and there's things, and one knows.
To be honest, these guys are not that impressive.
Well, I'm having my own little mini game of whack-a-mole.
Come
on, guys, come on.
But you have fun
Who's
to
next? The mouse is
playing
ready. You've got to be quick.
actual heads.
You've got to be quick. That's the thing. It's always about. You've got to be quick. It's my own little game. I wish we could actually get them in a row of 6 or whatever like that, and maybe 9 or something like that, so I can sort of like.
But see, the kitty's quite like not a troll, which is fine. I like that.
Do I upset you?
No, you
No,
don't.
you're just a fag.
Oh.
You just abuse us.
Upset me? I hate to break it to you, dude, but upsetting me is really hard.
Upset?
We can't. You have to actually finish what you're saying in order for us to understand what you're saying. I'm afraid. That's sort of how it works, mate.
Personal clown. There's no funny.
That and upsetting me typically dangerous for that matter. Honestly.
Even if he did, it would be like, meh.
The last
Just
person
like
who
child.
actually upset me ended up with a cracked skull.
Yeah, well, you can do that, or you can just go meh.
Upset?
Nothing more upsets me, but that's about it.
when you get old enough, it's just like meh. These people, man, why? What's the point?
It's got nothing to do with age when it comes to me. It's got everything to do with my brain not working.
Well, that's the same thing. I mean, if your brain doesn't work, that's your problem, right?
It's not his fault. It's great chance.
Well, if your brain doesn't work, it's kind of your fault.
Well, it's not always his fault.
Upset.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it is.
So hard.
Was that the fault?
Hard.
Anyway, yeah, it's kind of your fault if your brain doesn't work. Just saying.
Oh, hey, it's a guy from the Chans. What was that about
no.
Chan
He's calling
culture?
himself Grape Chan.
Stuff and
What was it about Chan culture? What was it? Oh yeah, Chan culture is a bunch of faggots.
they are.
So
No one likes a chance. No one likes chance. They're all faggots.
Even the Chans don't like the Chans.
Yep.
No, of course they don't.
They don't like each
No,
other.
They're always fighting each other. They're always fighting each other. Because they're
They
fags.
need someone to fight, you know. I mean, I don't know what they'd do if the world was in social harmony. They'd be fucked.
Well, they
try
would
to
create
fight.
the unsocial harmony, which is why they exist, and we keep them to
To
their
be
own
honest, social harmony would be kind of boring. No more war stories, no
Maybe
more
get it,
things to do. I mean, hell, social harmony, that means I don't even exist anymore, so...
This is true. No offense. Wait, why do I care if I offend you? You're not offended by anything.
This is true.
They're still a faggot.
He's not Irish, he's Scottish.
too fast for you?
I'm a Scottish piece of shit that
Yeah.
doesn't care.
So,
not
Axis
Irish.
Fiver is asking you to say, money penny.
Hey, Money Penny.
Do it,
That's
do it,
Did
sexy.
that perfectly.
How you doing?
do it with the little
How you
goof.
doing, Money Penny?
And then it
Money
wasn't.
penny.
It's
Mush money
like
penny.
that's just my normal. I'm not even putting it on. It's like, hey, Money Penny, how you doing?
See,
I'm
when
not
you do it like that, it's sexy, but the rest of the time, no.
It's actually easier to
I'm not
hear.
putting it
when you're
on.
anything.
I'm not even putting it on. I'm just like, hey, Moneypenny, how you doing?
Hey, another. Do you have the side chat?
If you want me to put it on, it'd be different. It'd be like, hey, Moneypenny. Hey, Moneypenny. It's just like he does it different. Fucking what's his name does it different. He does a Scottish. He does a different, deeper Scottish voice.
So
it's
close.
different.
Almost got him. Almost got him on that one. He's fast. We've got a quick one here.
No, he's quick, but not quick enough. Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, Moneypenny, how you doing? That's the normal Scottish accent. So, there you go.
Can you say I'm not as drunk as you think I am?
I'm not as drunk as you think I am.
You sound a little better.
I swear, when you say things like that, you sound more like understandable. That's the only way I can
Can
say
you
it.
say
Well,
I'm not as think as drunk you am?
I'm not as think as you drunk as I am.
Close.
That was close enough, but it was retarded.
That's a retarded sentence.
Oh,
It
that was
was.
the point. Okay, how
Of course it
about
was, but I'm drunk. The brain doesn't work that way. Look.
okay? How about how
Chicken, Ed.
would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Why are you doing tongue twisters now?
What if a
Because he's
woodchuck
drunk and he's Scottish.
would?
To my American ear, that just sounded like wood.
Same here. at the
What's
end.
this? That's pretty much what it was.
A woodchuck woodchuck
Hey,
Woodchuck wood.
There aren't that many ones at the end.
Wood.
Kidding.
A woodchuck
Just-
woodchuck all the wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
No idea. No one cares. And it's not gonna happen.
Habib, how's your game
I'm-
going?
I'm too drunk for the brain to work that one out. Just saying.
Nigga, cunt, nigga.
Wow.
Well, nigger cunt, nigger.
Yeah,
Now I have to start telling jokes.
This is the level.
What is faster than a
Why?
black man with a TV?
A black hole.
His son with the VCR.
No, well, just a black
God.
hole.
What do you say to the
A
TV
black hole.
floating in the dark?
Crashing this bitch, no survive.
God's
He keeps
sake.
thinking that he can crash us, but I just...
Then anyway,
Anyway.
Cece, what do you think of the fox?
What about it?
I don't know what about the fox. I'm
the
asking
fox
you
is
what you
almost
think
as
about
bad
the
as the
fox.
cat.
What do you think about the fox, Susie?
Well, I think it's a faggot. But what does Cece think of the fox?
But the cat actually likes faggots, so that's okay.
Well, love the fox, but again, that wasn't the question. The question was, what does Cece think of the fox?
Robin Gutting's gay.
I'm pretty sure he
Of course
lives
he
with a
is.
woman. I'm pretty sure there's actual facts against that one.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm pretty sure he's gay.
Pretty sure nobody would give a shit if he actually was gay, which he probably isn't.
Well, I'm pretty sure that no one gives
The
shit
the
either way,
cat's a
but it doesn't
faggot.
matter.
The
Of
cat
course
is
I am.
definitely a faggot.
No,
Back to
I'm
the fox.
actually
Susie,
not.
what do you think
but-
about the fox? You still haven't answered his question.
Exactly.
Don't call attention to that.
No, definitely do, because this is the question.
No. He's enjoying him derailing himself.
No, it definitely needs to be answered. Okay, I need to know, so
Oh,
you know my
gosh.
Twitter things, so DM me the answer to the question then, and do it that way.
Do we got a new
do it that
poll?
What
way.
is it? Is it middle school?
Yeah, it's
Got a
middle
new
school, I
rider.
need to know.
No, I think it's Kitty is drunk, but that's beyond the point. It's amusing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the point. What did you think of the fox?
Drink ain't
I
defective.
think the fox is a faggot.
We
Well,
know
of
what
course
you
he is,
think.
but that's
We're
not the
not talking
point.
to you anymore.
We're talking to CC, not you.
Stop tickling me, asshole.
No, you love the tentacles. Look, you love the tentacles.
No. He was cracking up.
Robert was on camera for a second. Where'd he go?
How are you laughing? And he said if you were Scottish, that would sound like I was tickling your butt. And I was like, that's what Kitty said to the fox. And nobody got it. And I just sat on that for like weeks. So there.
To be honest, I think the drunken kitty does that with the fox a lot.
No, see, this is
He
the
doesn't have to be drunk to do that. You know that.
This is the misconception. I don't give a fuck about the fox. He just talks about
Oh
me
my God,
all
he
the
doesn't give a
time.
fuck about the
He
fox, how
talks
dare
about
he.
me all the time and I can't get away from it.
Nasty,
Oh, come
You
on.
seem a bit blue in the face, Rob.
Come on, drunken kitty. We know damn well that you fuck the fox a lot.
I don't even know where he stays. How can that happen?
Well,
Well, maybe he knows where you stay and comes to you.
yeah, huh?
No, he definitely doesn't.
Robert just
Like,
keeps
doesn't
going.
even make sense. He
That makes
talks about
perfect
me
sense.
all the time. No, he talks about me all the time, and he's like, "Hey, who's the kitty?" I'm
He
like,
loves you, Kitty.
"Like
That's the
fox,
thing.
fuck off."
He loves you.
I'm just like, I always reply
guy
him. He
love.
goes, "Look, he DMs me and he Twitters me, and he's like,
Okay,
hi,
I'm gonna just
hi,
say
kitty."
this. I'm gonna speak
And-
everybody's mind.
Jack!
I'm
And
gonna
all
say
I
something
do,
that everybody has
I
thought
reply
at
to
one
him and I
point or
just go,
another.
"No."
Okay,
Dude, if you're
Cat,
gonna
just
scream
listen to me.
whenever I
Cat,
do it right,
Cat,
man.
Quiet for a second.
Cat. Everybody has thought this at one moment or another, and we talked about this plenty of times. You two just need to fuck already.
Look, it's
Enough
nothing
with
to
the
do with me.
foreplay and just fuck.
It's got nothing to do with me. Look, he keeps. It's like, oh, if someone keeps tweeting you and saying stuff, then you want to fuck them, because that's the way it works. Seemingly, I don't care about anyone. Look,
hell,
I
I don't
think you're
even
all
wanna
fucking
fuck
pieces of shit. Look,
Dave.
I think you're all pieces of shit,
I
including
like
the
to
fox.
savor
I
them.
don't care. Oh, just all fuck off. Leave me alone. I'll be fine.
Here's how far gone I am. I don't even want to fuck Mercedes.
What?
Exactly.
I would fuck Mercedes.
Exactly. That's how far. That's what he's
She
saying.
offered with
That's
me.
how far gone he is. That's exactly what he's saying. That no one gives a fuck. That's the thing. I'm like, it's the internet, man. I do not care. Like, there is no thing that I actually. Fucking hell, it takes me enough to care about the fucking piece of shit next door that I'm meant to be best mates with.
I love
so,
you, Kitty.
yeah, of course you do, but you're still a dick.
What do you mean, of course? Damn it, you're supposed to be embarrassed now.
It doesn't work
No,
that
no,
way, Lisa.
Damn it.
No, and just like, I don't give a fuck.
You're all thirsty.
Apart from you're thirsty about getting on the
What?
street.
You're not-
Holy shit!
And you're not thirsty
I've
for
got things
attention
wrong
at
with me
all.
that prevent me from being thirsty.
Holy shit,
I'm
that is
actually
fucking
looking
unbelievable. Yeah, so you're all thirsty, but he actually has to hack into the stream to get here. Good job, you fucking idiot. Logic 101.
God damn it, I died.
Anyway, the kitty is gonna fuck off because it's like 4:30 in the morning.
Sleep, Kitty.
Robin, why are you still here?
Well,
He's
I
running it.
didn't do. I didn't
The
do
Jews
a stream.
did 9/11.
I didn't do a stream last week, and so I did a sort of like a longish one this week anyway, and was ending up with a chat with Derek about the usual, and just kept on going, and I'm still here.
Why? It's 4:30 in the morning,
I
man.
know, I'm a monster.
I mean, I'm starting to sober up and I've run out of beer.
Sorry,
And
I'm sorry.
I'm awake at
Right.
4:30
You guys
in
are
the
over in
morning
the British
almost
Islands.
every night.
I'm
I don't.
sorry
No,
to
wait.
you and for you.
No. Look, none of the people in the chat will understand what I'm on about, but you will. You understand. I am Scottish.
I understand, do I?
It's 4 a.m.
What do I
You're
understand?
you're still streaming, right? I have run out of drink and I'm Scottish. And
Oh
you're
shit!
still going, I don't know why
Ran out
you
of
do it.
alcohol.
No, but this is the thing. He's on the same time stream as me, right? You're all American faggots. No one cares about you, right? I'm talking to him personally.
How the hell do you know I'm
Understand.
from America?
Because you're a piece of shit and you sound like one.
And Habib's not from America.
Hey, Abdullah.
Well, no, but he's on a different time stream.
Well, yeah,
Look,
he's not on your time stream
Habib
either, but that's not
stays
the
up
point.
all the time. Look, Habib's on randomly, and he's got different time streams. But all of the other guys are all American, right? Robin knows what I'm talking about. I'm Scottish. I've been drunk.
Yeah,
I've
they
run
need
out
to
of
go
drink.
to bed early. The Scots.
And
It's
now
just not.
I need to go to bed. It's not early
You're
though.
part of the
That's
Blue
the
Man
thing.
It's
Why are
late.
you
You're
still
part of the
explaining
Man.
this?
Did he
Oh
just
my
say you're
God.
part of the Blue Man
I
group?
believe so.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Dude, you're
Is
the
it
one. You're
supposed
the
to
one
mean
with the blue
something? I
avatar.
mean, it's a troll.
Anyway.
We're talking about somebody who is coming on blue.
Well, anyway, CC, the fox loves you for some reason. Just internalize that, probably.
Internalize the fox.
Ah.
Yeah, just I look. He talks about you all the time.
Go to sleep.
Yeah,
All
I
the
am.
time.
I'm
In
just about
hushed
to say
tones.
good night, everyone. But CC, the fox talks about you all the time and he internalizes you and he talks about you, and I get DMs about
internalizes
it,
her.
and it's like,
Exactly how does that work?
fox, fuck off.
So, okay,
No,
while
I
you guys
just
are
tell them
having
fuck
sex,
off.
did he call you CC by mistake?
Yeah, that's how bad it is. All the time. All the
Oh,
time.
man,
It's
I'm
like,
sorry for
Come on,
CC,
Robin, you're not even.
why?
No, I'm not.
It's like, CC. I'm like, no, I'm not a CC, I'm the cat. And he's like, but a CC, I'm like, it's not the same thing. That's why I know. That's how bad it is. That yeah.
So, are you like
Just-
professing Fox's love for CC right now? Is that what you're doing here?
Yes. He loves her.
He's like,
He loves her so much. He
thirsty,
looks at it.
he's
Look,
thirsty
when he's
king.
fucking me,
Does
look,
he
when
love
he's
her so
fucking
much
me,
that he craves it?
look, no, this is how bad it is, right? When he's fucking me, he looks into my eyes and goes, "I love you, CC." And I'm like, "Who the fuck, CC? What is this?" And I'll shove him off. Like, so yeah,
I'm sorry.
the thing. It's your fault, CC.
I'm sorry.
It's your fault. You divide us. The love gets thingy because of you. It's your fault.
Nigga.
What do you want me to do to fix it?
And I'm wanting you to say sorry to me and say to the fox that the love will never be as much as the kitty.
No,
Okay.
no.
Something.
A solution could be very, very simple. Just a threesome.
No,
You
I
did
don't
say
want her to
something
argue
there,
with our
and
sex
then
life.
not.
What is this? No, we can look. No, if he wants her, that's fine. But he's not fucking taking her into our bedroom.
Where did
That
this
easily.
come from? What is this talk?
I have no idea.
Don't know.
There's some dangerous chatter here, mate. You've got to answer for this later on.
Shut up! I'm going to bed because
That's
I
probably
need.
that's the
You keep
wisest
saying
thing
that,
you've
but you
said.
still haven't done it.
Hello, Abdallah.
I'm doing it this time. I'm going to bed. Good night, thanks.
Yalla.
No, mate.
Someone.
Hi, Kitty.
Abdallah Hakim? Is that how you say your name?
Close enough.
Hello, Hakim.
Ah, the cat's gone. Think Yes.
What are you
Cat's
up to, mate?
Nothing. Playing games.
Welcome to the open house. I don't think we've met before.
Nope.
Where are you getting the hangout link from? Just finding it randomly.
Pretty much.
There you go.
Yes, nigga.
It was probably those guys.
That's Grape Chan.
Yeah,
Isn't he nice?
I think it was.
You know what?
He seems to think going nigger is a bad thing.
Well, you know what? Yeah, there's some people in this world. It's really nice to see that they can keep a joke going. You know, even when everyone's bored of it, they can still keep that going. That's tenacity.
I can think of a lot more inventive racial slurs to keep spouting. I mean,
oh, easy.
This is my hangout now.
I mean, how about we call him a moss head? That works.
Marimo.
Porch monkey? That was a good one.
Yeah, I love that one.
Oh, where did my music go? Where did my tunes go? Have I run out of music?
Yeah, your music disappeared a while ago, I think.
It got muted. There we go. There's me tunes.
I heard Mud Babies.
There's back.
Yeah, Mud Babies is another good one.
Mud Baby. Really?
I actually been called a Mud Baby before.
That's gorgeous.
That's where you came up with it from. Fair enough.
So how you doing there, Abdullah?
I'm doing fine. Tired of playing video games.
What you playing?
Actually, I just stopped playing. I was playing Fallout 4.
Ah.
It's had some mixed reviews there. I mean, everybody sort of loved it at the start, but everyone's coming around and kind of going, yeah, it's shit. And it's like, what?
You're all boring as fuck.
Yep, we are.
Yeah. We're
and we don't give a shit. And better yet, you're watching us.
We keep on coming out with the same old over and over again. Very dull.
I provide entertainment.
Why don't you do that on your own and stop jumping it to us for no apparent reason?
This is his entertainment. Nobody else's, but
touche.
it's his. He's providing his own entertainment. This is what he's saying.
Fair enough.
Let's wait to see if you can say something profound. In you come, Grape Chan. Say something profound.
Pro tip, they can't.
Once you challenge them, they just
come on.
cower away.
You can do it. No. He'll come in. He's going to come in with a doozy
All right,
right now.
all right,
He's going to
let's
say
wait.
something that's all going to make us like go, my God, what a genius. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Here he comes.
We laugh at everyone crew disapprove.
Well,
what?
I am disappointed.
Nope, not profound.
Okay, I think I've finished my racial slur thing. So
Yeah, thanks for that.
Moving on.
Hugger, please. So Habib, how far have you got on Daikatana?
I'm still at stage 2. I think I'm about to finish it.
I'm just looking at the animation, and I mean, it's shoddy, isn't it?
It's just
Really?
fucking shit, man. I mean, I don't know why I'm playing this.
Oh man, it just looks wreckage.
I do believe it's one of the worst games ever made, but
Okay.
a lot of accounts.
But isn't that why he's playing it?
Well,
Yes.
this is the weird thing, you see, because this was going to be a Quake. It was originally going to be a Quake 1 game, and then they decided to stop it and make it a Quake 2 game. 3 years in development over the most technologically sort of perverted point of the .com sort of boom. So computers were like doubling in speed almost every 6 months. Almost, I'd say maybe even in a year. So if you have a look at this, and then you have a look at this by comparison to say Quake 2, which was what this was actually based upon, and it just looks like a Quake 1 game and a Quake 2 engine. Do you know what I mean?
It's not only that. Like, I'm not really about the technical part. I mean, like when I was playing it earlier, it was modded. I could mod this to look better. It's just gameplay is just so shallow. I've been killing mosquitoes, frogs, and robots for the past how long? 45 minutes.
Man, you've been killing the same two things over and over for 45 minutes?
Hey, he said 3 things. There were mosquito, frogs, and robots.
What's good, Nika? Been a long time coming, but it finally.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you for coming.
I'm pretty sure he said mosquito, frogs,
and robots.
That's 2 things: a mosquito, frog, and robots.
Oh, okay, a mosquito frog. Sorry, I thought you were saying mosquito frogs as in 2 different things.
Mosquitoes,
and robots.
frogs, and robots. 3 things.
See, 3
damn
things. I can count.
What the fuck is a mosquito frog?
Right? It actually sounds really cool and creepy.
Yeah, it would look
I know
pretty fucking
species
creepy.
pretty well, but I've never heard of that one.
I want to see a mosquito frog combination thing now in a game.
I mean, look at the animation of these guys. Like, these are supposed to be scared scientists.
Wouldn't it be like self-cannibal? Yeah, see?
Well, they
you
might
just
eat
shoot
each
them.
other, yeah.
And you just shoot them once like this. Hey, come on, wait up.
I mean, like, that way, like, it could use its tongue to suck blood out of things. I don't know. Like that long tongue. I don't know where I'm going with this.
A mosquito frog with a long tongue.
Exactly. Well, because frogs have long tongues, yeah. And then they could fly around, and I don't know what size you want it to be. Do you want it to be big or small? Probably big, because, it's
So it'd be a bat.
The scary thing is...
like a hummingbird thing.
Kind of
What?
vaguely.
The scary thing is, I'm getting good at this game.
He could be a raccoon dog.
A tanuki?
That's anime shit right there. Raccoon dogs.
Yeah, well,
that's already a thing, dude.
Daikatana, I mean, they were trying for sort of anime shit.
Well, if there's such thing as a raccoon dog, why not a mosquito frog?
What's with mosquito? You're still talking about mosquito frogs?
I want to see a mosquito frog, damn it.
Me too.
Make it happen.
I felt
your dreams remain dreams. Just do
So
it.
it's like when a mosquito sleeps with a frog and they, give birth to mosquito frogs.
Don't try to explain mythology.
And they lived happily ever
Walk
after.
animation. Oh, it looks so bad. And this guy was in like mega star offices in Dallas, making this up.
Anyway, so in your explanation, something about Quake and all this stuff, I really couldn't follow it because I guess it's pre my generation or something, but what I could follow was .com bust. That I'm familiar with.
Oh, right, okay, well, Quake 1 engine. Okay, so you must have seen Quake.
So it's a computer engine.
All right, Robin. Robin, what do you want? What do you want, Robin?
What do I want?
Yes.
I want the real Max.
This is the real Max.
I thought it was the real Max.
I will say, if you kick me, I can go on my other several accounts and just keep coming back. Before.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Well, it's true. It's.
He mutes himself.
This isn't.
I'm
No,
faster.
he didn't mute himself.
I am
That-
faster than you, Robin. I've proven I'm faster than you. Oh man.
I just realized people.
The mute. The mute. The mute.
It's entertaining to me.
Yes, we know it's entertaining to you. We already said that if you were listening to us, which you probably weren't. But anyways, Robin, you were explaining something about Quake to me. I assume it's a computer thing.
A computer
Quake
thing.
engine. The original Quake
engine,
game.
right?
Do you know much?
Oh,
do you know
okay.
anything about game engines?
Not
Yeah,
really.
they're
I play
actually
games.
really
That doesn't
difficult
mean
to
I
program.
understand how they run.
Okay, a game.
I mean, like I know a little bit.
I understand
but,
one thing about game engines.
Right. Okay.
Call of Duty still uses the same one.
Right. Okay.
Fair enough.
Imagine, if you will, yeah, a game you've got models, you've got like sound effects, you've got textures.
Right,
You understand these at least?
Yes, I understand these.
Okay,
things.
the game engine is just the thing that compiles all of this together.
That's what I figured.
And
Okay.
and runs the game's rules and things like that.
So there was one called Quake.
Yeah, well,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I
Or
mean,
several. Actually.
yeah, I mean, Quake was one of the first ones to actually do a proper full 3D engine. So,
okay.
so it would run on graphics cards.
Isn't
Right.
Call of Duty based on Quake? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they still use it.
Originally.
All right, now I understand. Now I can put that into context of what you said earlier, and it all makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah,
Much
so
obliged.
for example, the Quake 1 engine, the big thing about the Quake 1 engine more than anything else, it was after Doom. And so
Oh, game froze. It kicked
yeah,
me out.
and the Quake 1 engine meant that you could actually look up, look down, jump and look around, and it actually felt like it was a real three-dimensional environment. It had lighting. It was what most, if you were to see most of the sort of like game engines that you see now, pretty much all
Alright,
of them
I
came
have
from
to
that.
interrupt for just a second. The game froze. I tried. I can't do it anymore. I need a cigarette and just stay away from that thing.
Thank you for trying to make that harder than I expected.
You're not allowed to take a break.
That's off to Habib.
Well, I don't think he ever actually said he'd finish it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hats off to Habib.
I wouldn't make him finish. That would be too mean.
That'd be cruel and unusual punishment.
And that's what we should do.
Come
Maybe
on,
at a
guys.
different time when I'm not awake for like I've been awake for more than 24 hours now, so I just
Oh,
If only you could present to everybody, John.
Robin.
But you can't, Max. Because I'm on like low. If you have a look at the top there with the adjust bandwidth thing, I'm on low, so I just see your little blue randomness. That's it. All you've got.
Does the stream show that at all?
Nope.
I don't think it does.
No.
No,
Nothing.
stream doesn't show that.
Sorry.
I was just watching the stream.
Nope.
Yeah. There's only so much. It's only it's only so much you can do, John. Or Max, sorry.
Dang.
Yeah. You can get muted all the time. That's what can happen.
Oh.
Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it, when somebody interrupts you? Isn't it?
Yeah,
it's really bad, especially when you do it just as fast as they can fucking do. Yeah,
it.
Exactly. I know.
I
And
find it hilarious.
you can just do it over and over and over again. You can just keep going over and over and over and over. Any more? Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Mute again.
Nice
Mute
try.
again. Mute again.
So Yep.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Speak faster, man. Speak faster. You can do it.
All right, Robin.
Sorry, what was that? What? Say again.
Let's have a
I can't hear it. What? You keep muting. What the? Yeah, but let's not.
What game is this that you want?
It's mute. It's
Or is
no
this the game
mute.
you want?
No,
In which
no.
case,
Okay, now he's muting himself.
saying
Brilliant.
anything is
You're just doing my job for me at this point, John.
That's right.
I'm faster than.
Oh.
Yes, you're so fast that you outspeed yourself, my friend.
I know. I am fast. So fast. Super fast. Woo!
Great. So yeah, Quake engine.
Yes, understood.
So for sort of like in the gaming world.
Interrupting cow.
In the gaming world,
Interrupting
Quake
Pug.
1. Yeah, thank you, Pug. Quake 1 engine was a big deal because with like all the graphics cards that people have and stuff like that. Yeah, no other
Right.
games had actually got round to doing that. And
Right, got
you know, you hear Quake and you think id Software and John Carmack. Have you ever heard of that name, John Carmack?
Nope.
Never heard of John Carmack.
Holy
Wow.
The mute.
Yeah, but the problem is, mate, is
Robin,
that
you just muted yourself.
I know. What he doesn't realise is,
No,
of
that was
course,
me.
yeah. What you don't realise, of course, is that everyone can still hear me on the channel because
Yes,
the
but
microphone
nobody in the
comes through
stream.
here.
Nobody in the stream can.
I know.
Anyway, so you were saying something about Quake and then you got interrupted.
Yeah. So Carmack, he's basically. I would say a personal hero. He ended up actually being part of SpaceX and sort of like did the flight controls for something called the Armadillo, which essentially pioneered. You know, with the rockets coming down and just landing on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More or less.
This is having computer controlled thrust vectoring. It's called.
Right.
And he pioneered that.
Typically killed the person.
Yeah, he pioneered that with the original.
Hold on, I might have to open up this stream so I can.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well then.
Yeah. And he
Let's just do that.
I am there.
That's a far better view.
Yeah. So game engines generally in the olden days, back in the days of yore, they were all done in software. So it's really weird that you're actually the ignore button's not working on him.
Is there a problem?
All right, Robin, I'm done. Peace. I've had my fun, man.
Enjoy.
I'm leaving for tonight. Peace, man.
Thank you. Anyway, yeah. So game engines were traditionally done in software, so it was just a computer, the all done on the CPU. So very, very slow. Right, Alison, because you've named yourself there, I'm able to find you on here, and now I can ban you. Goodbye. Oh, Alison Jackson. Some weirdness going on with Google Plus with this one. There's some names here that come up and you can actually check them, and other names not so much.
I don't know. Maybe
Very
they
weird.
hack the system or something.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Just a theory.
Just to reiterate, it's really hard to actually even bother me for reasons.
It's a sad state of affairs to put yourself into this, isn't it?
Man, is that dude trying?
This is all you've got.
Yeah. How hard he is trying.
This is all. This is some. You know, it's low tier. It's really low tier.
It really is.
It's just bizarre. I just find it very, very bizarre.
I don't understand why it amuses them so much. I mean, the fact that it does, that's clear. But like, as you said, their voice doesn't sound like a kid, so it's not like, okay, it's just crazy teens doing crazy shenanigans.
I have the explanation for you right here. They might not want to hear it, but simple minds are easily entertained.
Oh, there's that. Alright, fair enough. But like, if they're so easily entertained, why aren't they just entertained doing something?
No, they want
normal?
your attention. That's the whole thing. They just need your attention.
Ah, there
that's
we
all
go.
it is. I need
That
your
makes more
attention.
sense.
Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter how the attention is got as long as they get it.
I suppose that's why I never really made a very good troll.
Well, you know, you can have a go at it, but it's it can only last you so long.
Because, you know, attention's not something I ever actually seek. So,
Yeah, that's not gonna keep your trolling career going there, mate. Really, you know, an addiction to attention is required.
Yeah, it's kind of the prerequisite.
Anyway, yeah. So obviously earlier in the game engines, if you want to have a look at probably the best ever software-based game engine out there, there was a game called Outcast, which was done in.
Sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, Outcast. That's.
Now Outcast, I'm trying to remember the actual date that came out because it started at the wrong time as well. This is one of those.
That game did not age well. I'm just gonna say that it did not age well at all.
4 years to come out. It was huge.
I know.
Outcast, but they did a stand-up job with it. The actual they had the Moscow Philharmonic Orchestra do the
1999.
Yeah, 99. It came out in 99, but it didn't start, or I think they started making it in like 96.
So when I was a whole 6 years old.
No, 3. Let me have a look at the development cycle. Let me just double check. History development. The Outcast graphic engine is mainly combined of raycasting height map engine. This was. You've got to remember, yeah, that the stuff that they were doing in software, they hadn't actually done in the hardware games.
Right. Okay.
So they were using a voxel engine, which is basically like a height map. So they could make these ginormous landscapes.
Oh, okay.
So if I can show
So
you.
I was 9 when they started that, I think.
I was 6.
Have a look at this image here. Okay.
Well, when they started it, I was younger than that.
Yeah, have a look at that image there.
I'm only on the chat right now, so I can't see your image.
Oh, right, okay. I'll
look at it some other time.
Are you able to actually see
It doesn't look bad for being in 3D that
Are you
early.
able to see the video that I'm actually displaying right now, yeah?
No.
All right,
That's what I'm telling you.
To be
Unless
honest,
you-
that
Don't
doesn't
worry
look
about
that bad for being 3D that early.
That was
I mean,
that was 3D.
If
but
I'm really
in-
curious,
That was in
sometime.
software, mate.
Because back then, 3D looked like horseshit.
Yeah,
It really did.
Mate, this had normal maps in it. This had bump maps on the textures. This had anti-aliasing on it.
Which is why it was
in software
considered good, because it was much better than everything else. I get
The
it.
models are still a little.
Oh yeah, you can imagine, yeah, you're running the whole thing on software, so they had to keep the modeling very, very low spec. I mean, we're talking
Right.
about like four polygons for just the forearm or something like that. But still, I mean, they did really well. I mean, it ran really slow. I mean, it was like 15, 20 frames per second tops.
I mean, the guy's head isn't as square as they were back then. Usually,
if you were to jump into the water, for example, it would cause ripples that would change the reflection and all this sort of stuff.
that one would have to fucking eat your frame rate.
It was amazing. It was. I'm just trying to remember actually.
Come to think of
the
it, that
development
one
cycle.
still eats your frame rate.
Right. It's true.
Yeah, they had an engine programming section of the credits in the manual for several subsections related to graphics. Among them was the landscape engine, the polygon engine, the water and shadows engine, the special effects engine. Although Outcast is often cited as a forerunner of voxel technology, it was somewhat misleading. The game does not actually model three-dimensional volumes of voxels. Instead, it models the ground as a surface, which may be seen as being made up of voxels. The ground is decorated with objects that are modeled using texture-mapped polygons. So it was a tour de force, really, of stuff. It had anti-aliasing, had depth of field, in and out of focus. And people didn't even do depth of field till what, maybe 5-6 years ago.
Hell, they didn't even have depth of field in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Until people modded it in.
No, it was there. It was very, very, very subtle.
Yeah.
When people modded the ENB mods, they just emphasized that a little bit more. But it was there in Skyrim.
This had relief renders, they called it at the time, which is basically bump maps.
Right.
So you had stuff that basically we didn't see bump mapping in hardware until you got to Doom 3. which was the
Right.
its software's id Tech 4 engine, I believe.
Yeah, that reminds me. Call of Duty still works off of the Quake.
Yes, you've mentioned this
Netcode.
about 4 times.
Yeah,
it's hilariously stupid.
Yeah, well, no, you say it runs on Quake, but it's not really the Quake engine. It at the most, it's got a back end with derivatives of Quake engine in there, but it's a chimera by comparison. You know, it's not the Quake engine anymore. It's way far from it. At the most, it's just the programming back end. But the rest of it, it's got a completely new rendering engine, all of it.
I think it's still exactly the same netcode, though.
I suspect so, yeah. But that doesn't matter. Honestly, it really doesn't.
It doesn't affect.
It's strange that it still works.
Well, if you can imagine, mate, the Quake engine, they played the Quake engine for the best part of a decade, perfecting that for people who had ginormous pings. So it was already, all of that was really well done. Personally, the Source engine does a much better job at Netcode, and that's certainly a derivative of the Quake engine.
See here, Netcode for Source engine, that would be Counter-Strike and
Here's the difference. Here's the difference between the Netcode for say the Doom stuff and Quake and stuff like that, and say Counter-Strike. What Counter-Strike did was a client-side basis. So what if you shot somebody in the client mode and you hit the hitbox, that would then actually be taken down to the server. But in Quake, for example, they would actually model the bullet. So you'd fire the bullet off, and depending on where that hit, it would actually register it would be registered on the netcode. So you always have this delay of when the bullet would actually hit somebody. Whereas on Counter-Strike, and this is why it did so much better, it did mean that people with low pings could compete with people with high pings, but
wasn't Counter-Strike almost purely just hit scan weapons?
Well, the Counter-Strike's, a lot of people used to moan about Counter-Strike because of this, because somebody with a low ping could go round a corner, shoot you, and you'd never know about it until you were shot. We're talking about, say,
I remember that happening to me a lot, actually.
Yeah. Say like 100 and, up to 200 milliseconds delay. This is this. About that. That's a big.
I got you.
So that's enough.
That's a pretty long delay, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
that's
at
enough
least
to go.
Yeah, I mean maybe not back then, but
yeah. But it did mean that people with low pings could play against each other and actually get a decent game out, where you're aiming for their head, not 200 milliseconds ahead of where you think that they might be.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where Quake 3 sort of fell apart. Really, is that it was terrible online, but it was fantastic when it comes to LAN gaming and things like that.
Ah, okay.
But like
now it makes sense.
Yeah, the original Quake engine, when you'd look up or look down, your entire model would move. So your legs would just go up in the air, and then they go down in the air or whatever like that. Yeah. And the animation, there was no the difference between Quake 1 and Quake 2. Quake 1 had these models that you'd have to animate every single bit of it. So
that seems like a lot of work.
Well, you wouldn't be able to put that many animations in. Not everybody had enough memory, that sort of thing. So the animations were very choppy. So like a running animation would consist of.
When you mean you mean your computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
yeah.
you're at the running characters would make maybe about 4 or 5 frames worth of run in order for you to see it. All of the lighting would be white, so there would be no color to the lights at all.
To be honest, the only thing I remember about Quake is being killed the moment I spawned over and over and over again.
That's Quake for you.
Because the guy I was playing with memorized the fucking spawns.
Right. I see. So he didn't have enough spawns that couldn't possibly track you down fast enough.
Yeah. Now Quake 2.
Figure it out fast enough.
Quake 2 became much better because the big difference between that and the first one was, first of all, it was a dedicated to hardware game. So you could have it in. You could still play it in software mode, but that wasn't specifically for software mode. It had a DirectX mode, and it also had OpenGL. So you could play it on an Apple PC, or you could play it on a Windows PC.
Well, that's always nice to have your choice of software.
Yeah. And another thing
But
that
you
was
still can't play it on Linux.
Yeah, another. No, you could if it OpenGL. Yeah, OpenGL you can play on Linux, no problem. And what do you mean? Oh, hey, look, this thing is possible. Oh,
I like it when people who run Linux can't do things.
Why?
That's actually quite a rarity, mate. It's
Why
people
do you
who
not
are
like
shit at
people who
Linux can't
play
run things
Linux?
on. People who can't do Linux are shit that can't run things on Linux. You can run loads of games on Linux.
You can run tons of things on Linux. You just have to figure out how to make it run.
Because primarily
best with Linux, and he ran everything on there, but he used virtual machines and all sorts of weird stuff.
Primarily because Linux people are the, elitist shitbags that I think they are.
Yes. And okay, so the Quake 2 engine came along, and you had obviously dedicated to OpenGL, dedicated to DirectX, all that sort of thing. But it also brought in colored lighting. It also brought in higher resolutions. It also brought in high resolution textures, and it also brought in something really cool, which was interpolation of animation. So it meant that you could have an animation in one frame, an animation in another frame, and it would interpolate between each frame. Do you know what we mean by interpolation?
No.
All right. Okay. So if you take an animation frame, and then take another animation frame,
right?
Instead of having to do and you wanted to save one footstep to another footstep, it would actually it would animate in between each one of those animation frames.
All right, now I get what you're saying. Instead of it just showing 1, 2, 3, it would actually fill in.
Yeah, it would fill in
and
those
gaps. A single
Isn't that basically keyframing?
Yes, to a degree, but not quite. That actually comes in Quake 3. Because what Quake 3 did, it brought in bones, essentially.
Brought in what?
Bones. Well, to a degree, bones.
Skeletons.
Yes, well, yes and no. That actually came in later. What they did was they had articulation points. So you could have an I know
what you mean by bones. You mean like actually in the people of the animation. Got it.
So
it's like those skeletons you have to download for Skyrim.
No, it's not quite the same, guys. It's not quite the same. In Quake 3, in Quake 3, you'd have an animation just for the legs, and then you'd have an animation just for the body, and then you'd have pretty much the head being still. But they'd have these.
How the hell do you get all that to work together without it looking weird?
Well, animation of something running, you don't actually have to animate the head, do you? You don't have to animate the body.
Considering you're seeing through this head? Yeah, I guess not.
No, well, if you're watching other people running around. So the leg animations, you'd be able to move them back and forth. So if somebody's walking backwards, you're using exactly the same animation as you would for them walking forwards, for example. If you
the head's not actually moving.
So when your character looks up, they move their gun up, and you move the head up as well. So he's looking up and looking down as you're supposed to.
Right. So you have a look up animation, you have a look down animation.
No, there's
and you
no
have
animation. There's no animation there. They're just actually angling the head, so it's articulated on a little, essentially like a little ball on the top of the neck. So that's just moving, so that it's able to track the movement there. It's not quite the same as animating. It's more like tracking.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
More or less.
See, this is why I'm really bad at Halo, because I actually still think in that mode of, the original Quake and things.
Yeah. Now
that would explain why you failed.
The big thing with Quake 3 that came along, though, was shaders.
Oh god, shaders.
Yeah.
Now, shaders were fucking brilliant, because beforehand you just had textures.
Shaders was the thing you actually needed fucking hardware for.
You'd have a texture, and that was about it. You'd have a drawing, and that's about it. That's the most you could do. You could light it with different colours or whatever like that, but that was about it. But with Quake 3, you could put more than more than one image over the top of another.
Right. Okay.
So you could actually animate those textures. So you could have them moving, stretching,
right.
all kinds
In
of
other
things
words,
like that.
eating up an ass load more hardware. Oh, sorry.
Well,
but making it much more visually pleasing.
Well, you're able to program the texture.
Oh, okay. So.
Well, think of it like Minecraft. Minecraft looks like ass. Then you add better textures in the shaders mod, and then it looks really good.
Right, I get it.
Or you could explain.
I don't actually play Minecraft, but I think I understand what you're saying.
Or you could explain it actually, which is, say, imagine you were doing a train, for example. You're on a train, and you want the landscape to move. Instead of having to move the entire wireframe, you can just ask the actual texture to just scroll along.
Right, I get it.
And you've got your animation right there, without the train even moving.
Right, because you move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
if
get
you
it.
want wheels to move round in circles, for example, you can just ask the texture to just spin on its axis.
Wait, is that the reason while I'm playing games, sometimes I feel like the environment's moving around me and I'm not moving through it?
But it also meant sort of fire animations.
Technically, that is what's happening in certain games, but the thing is, even in reality, you'll feel that way. I mean, it's just the illusion. It has something to do with the eye to brain thing. Anyways, never mind.
Yeah, moving clouds and things like that, overlapping sort of see-through images and things like that. Those could all be added onto there. So it was a huge thing to have two textures on top of each other. Was a big deal. And with the articulation of the characters, all that sort of thing, and obviously much higher resolution of texture was available. I think it was like 1024 at this point, and full color.
Right.
Beforehand, the other ones, I think like you could only have about like 8 or 16 different colors for Quake. I think it went up to like 32 or 64 colors for Quake 2. And
so there's a big difference between 8 and 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you got to Quake 3, you could use actual TGAs, which are 32-bit color.
Right.
So not only red, blue, and green, all 24-bit full color, but also alpha as well. So it could be see-through.
Aren't we still just using that amount of color now?
That's right. You don't need to go any
Pretty
further.
much, because why would you need anything more? Is what he said. Robin was.
Some TVs do yellow separately now. For some strange reason.
You're thinking yellow, magenta, and cyan.
Or high deafness? I don't know.
Weird fucking technology, I tell you.
No, well, look, you can make different colors out of different colors. So if you've got red, green, and blue, okay, those you can make yellow, cyan, magenta by adding those to each other. Or you can make red, let's say by removing colors from yellow, magenta, cyan. So you're just doing it from a different perspective. It's not really that much different, but you can do 16-bit per color these days. So the next sort of level of high def would be going from 24-bit to 64-bit color. So each red, green, and blue would be given 16 bits of color, which gives you 4,096 different variations of each color, rather than 256.
Right, that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, if your eyes are any good at seeing color, you'll see the difference.
Yeah, especially in higher resolutions as well, you start to see the difference. If you had 256 lines, for example, on the screen at 24-bit color, it means that you could have a black to white sort of gradient going perfectly. But when you've got like 1080, you've got a lot of room there. So it just means you end up with barring. I mean, people use dithering and stuff like that to get rid of that, but so with 16-bit you got 4,096. So at 4K video images, it means that you can have a separate grey all the way up. So there's that. So as far as game engines are concerned, Quake really sort of led the field, and then Epic Games came along with Unreal. And the Unreal Engine was pretty shoddy to start off with, got better, and I would say beats it now to death. I mean, I'll have arguments with Shrek about this, who thinks that the
No, it definitely beats it to death.
yeah, it's the daddy.
Whenever anyone advertises that they're making their game in Unreal, I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Doesn't everybody?
Right? Like, I'm making it for Windows. Good job.
Oh no, Unreal, you can do it
I
for
programmed my own engine. Now that's impressive.
Yeah.
Right?
That's getting quite difficult these days. Of course, is that like
obviously
well, it's keeping up the bar by comparison. I mean, the Unreal Engine's been going since what 99, something around that, 98, and it's been iterating and iterating and iterating and iterating. And the engine doesn't just comprise of how the things are drawn, but it also comprises of how the games are actually built these days.
Yeah.
So you build the game within the engine nowadays.
Right, so
it
create
incorporates
a new
all
engine,
of that.
you'd have to
So it also incorporates all of
find a way to go through like 18 iterations before you could begin to catch up, and by that time we'll probably other engine will be that much further ahead.
Oh, I mean, well, no, there's still some things to go. I mean, Carmack was talking about this one, of making a ray tracing engine.
What does that mean?
Ray tracing is something fancy, I'm sure.
No, ray tracing, people have been doing ray tracing for years. You know Pixar?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of their animations are ray traced.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about them actually tracking little photons of light and how they reflect off of surfaces.
Okay, yeah, that would be kind of cool if you could turn that.
Well, I can already do that virtually.
Well, I mean, they already,
You can.
But I'm saying if you could make games with an engine that's based on that.
Well, let's say this.
Is what you're saying.
I have a 780 right now, GeForce 780, which is comparable to the 960s. And if I share my screen with you momentarily, there we go. I got Blender up and running here. Yeah, this is called Cycles.
No, I'm sorry, I still can't see anything right now.
Are you able?
Oh, there we go. Now I can see it. Yep, I see it.
See this little box
Oh,
here?
now it's gone. Oh, yeah, you just have to keep talking so it stays up.
It's very slow. If you
Just click on him and it'll stay that way.
Just click on me.
Oh, okay.
But this
Click.
right now.
Yep, there we go. Thanks, Susan.
Yeah, this right now that you're seeing is a ray tracing engine in real time.
Okay.
I've just got my little light source out here. There it goes. So that's actually. I mean, it's not
there you go.
that detailed right now, but of course.
No, I can see how it's actually extremely detailed. It's just what you're showing right now is very
so
blurry.
I'm able to, you can pretty much almost edit with this, but you can see that you've got some very
Almost.
sort of, it still takes you a few cycles
Keyword
to actually
there.
go before it can get to a certain amount of detail. This is called an unbiased rendering engine, which essentially means it's very noisy and it takes fucking ages for you to get the good details from it. But this is today. Okay, so say another couple of iterations. I know that the next graphics card that's coming out is going to be about 10 times the speed in memory, at least, of my current graphics card.
Okay.
Are they ever going to upgrade past, DDR5?
Oh yeah, well that's the next one. It's 3-dimensional memory.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
Well, the bandwidth issues, like I said, it's basically 10 times the speed of what I'm running at the moment. Mine's at about 6 gigabit per second. I believe the next generation is going to be coming out with 60
That's
to
a big
80
difference.
gigabit per second. Yeah, this is to this is
That'll be worth spending our money on.
Oh yeah.
I think.
But this is important more than anything else.
I haven't bothered spending my money to catch up to your 6 gigabytes compared to my 4, but
yeah, but
60 that I might look at trying to save find a way to afford. Yeah.
This is for graphics cards to be able to run the sort of games that you can see now in VR at high speeds.
Right.
You need to get stuff up to about 120 frames per second sort of speed all the time, consistently, in order for VR to really work properly.
So you're basically rendering 2 screens.
Yeah.
Yep.
And 60 frames per second doesn't cut it. So yeah, so they're taking that big leap in order for that to happen. That means that you and I on the old 2D scene, we get to see some really special stuff. And that now, if you can imagine, if mine's running the memory at 10 times the speed of that, the processor's going to have to keep up. But it does mean that there is the possibility of ray tracing for a game engine to come about
finally. Use it.
So that means all of these
track these things, huh?
Yeah, all of those tricks and techniques that I've just been talking to you about will be obsolete. You know, they'll just bin all of that and start from scratch.
Right, because you won't need it. You'll need new tricks, and I get it.
I mean, the whole build of it and stuff like that will still be there, and they'll still be using shaders and all that sort of thing. But,
yeah, and the concepts will be there, and you just carry them in.
Yeah, but the lighting will feel real. Every object that moves in the room will affect the lighting of the room, wherever it is, whatever it does. It won't just be this sort of, faked shadow.
Right, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, if the light is really big and
it will actually have a shadow that... Right, I get it.
If it's a window, it'll have a fuzzy shadow. If it's a bright, sparkly light, it'll give it a sharp shadow. Just for being there.
Right, and you don't have to, specifically create that shadow. It will simply be in there once you put the window in. I get it.
You don't need to tell it.
Exactly. You can just put the window in. You don't have to put the window in and tell it to do the shadow. Right. I get it. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Finally, proper natural lighting. So the games will come alive like that. You won't have to worry about anti-aliasing, let's say. It'll just be there. That's really the last thing at that point. Although a lot of people have been saying that you can obviously get much faster frame rates and stuff like that out of what they call raster. This is essentially what most of the game engines run. But still, I'd like to see Carmack come back and do that last engine. He's been thinking about it.
Yep, I'm back.
That's been my sort of thing when it comes to games and stuff like that. The actual engines, I've always loved them.
It's very interesting. Sorry, do I have echo?
No, you're right.
Okay, it's just echoing on my own computer for some reason.
Isn't me. Oh,
nope, it's gone now.
Now I can hear an echo. Coming from somebody. Not sure who.
Am I echoing?
It's not me.
I think it was our CC.
Yeah,
right.
As Carillion said,
you're not using headphones, are you, CC?
Yeah, as Carillion says here, it looked great on the Voodoo on release. It ran on Glide. Yeah, the original Quake ran Glide. That was basically an API dedicated to the Voodoo, which was essentially the daddy. That was the first sort of hardware games video cards.
API stands for what?
Application protocol something.
Okay.
I can't remember the name.
No, I understand what you're referring to.
It's basically saying run through this.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially. Yeah. So the Voodoo cards, the original Voodoo cards, what you used to do is you'd have a plug that goes out of your old 2D port. Because back in the day, you'd have just a card dedicated to your graphics, so you could see it on, what your Windows displayed, and it was a 2D card. And then you'd have a separate 3D card.
Oh, okay. And there were separate cards back in the day.
And you'd have basically a plug that comes out of the back of your 2D card and goes into the back of the 3D card, and then you'd plug your monitor into the 3D card.
Right, got it.
And so it would just switch over when you wanted it. It's a fucking disaster.
Makes sense.
No, they
did not make
put
sense.
2D on there and be done with it, for fuck's sake.
Right, just put it all into one card and have it run properly. That's what you're saying.
So that was the Voodoo 1. Then the Voodoo 2 was basically just a bigger version of that. And then the Voodoo 3, which was the Banshee, that came out, and that had 2D and 3D all at the same time, which was much better.
Got it.
Finally, anti-aliasing.
Oh dear God, anti-aliasing.
But it was a really bad version of it as well, because it was full screen.
Honestly, aliasing's not as bad the higher resolution we get.
It depends actually, especially with high resolutions. You can depending on the engine, you can decide how detailed it is. You see, so you can still end up with this. In order for a lot of your games to be on the high resolution displays, they make these optimizations. But it's not actually at correct resolution. In the olden days, they because you only had a certain amount of resolution to it, it was much more accurate. So you can render something that is a higher resolution than the actual thing. So when your aliasing kicks in, it's got more pixels to choose from.
Right.
That means that you get a slightly more detailed thing. It's still aliasing like a motherfucker, but it doesn't sort of flip back and forth so quickly because it's got more information to go from. It wouldn't look as shit. Carmack was the best for this.
Why the hell did I decide now was a good time to clean my keyboard? I hate these stupid freaking retention things.
You know what? It's really cool to go from basically being a 6-year-old kid looking at basically sort of like two lines on a screen and a little ball between them, sort of blip, 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 blip.
My first game was Asteroids.
Fuck, dude, I had Pong.
Come on, that wasn't that long before Asteroids, was it?
1977 was the first iteration of Pong, I believe. Interesting to note, yeah?
Too long before now.
You know Asteroids, yeah? Did you notice that the more of those alien invaders you shot, the faster it got?
Oh yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah, that's not a feature. That's not actually a feature. That was a bug.
Really? Because I think that became kind of the feature of it. So it's ironic that was a bug.
Yeah, it was a bug in the sense that obviously there's less and less of these things on the screen.
Right.
So that it could process it quicker. And they just left that in there.
Well, they left it in because it was really well liked, and at first it was just because they had no choice. But yeah.
Do you want to know, like, okay, there's an interesting tidbit about the very first XCOM game. It used to, like, in the final beta of the game before it went gold, there was an error every time you exit the game. It would print an error on your screen. So they gave it to this developer, and they were like, "Hey, just fix this so we can be ready to get it gold the next day."
You know, it just took me 10 minutes to put my fucking enter key back in.
Yeah, he just hid the error message. Like, yeah, just hide the message. The error is still there. Nobody knows what causes it. It's just okay. Just don't display it.
Yeah, they just turned it into an exit screen.
Actually, I get that same kind of error at the end of Fallout New Vegas every time I close it. Works fine otherwise than that, but something I did makes it error out every time I hit close.
Yeah, at that point I don't really care. Like, yeah, you already closed. Fuck you.
This is the same thing they did with XCOM, huh? It's closed. Who gives a shit?
Now that was one of the I can't remember what the actual error was, but somebody wrote into John Carmack about Quake, and he said to him, "Yeah, I think I found this bug in the engine here," and Carmack came back and goes, "That's not a bug, that's a feature."
It's a feature.
He's one of the only people that can say that too.
Yeah, only Carmack.
Yeah, he's
And
not.
get away with it,
He's not
mind you.
really in the game. Yeah, he's not really in the engine game anymore.
Yeah, he's working on VR. So the only thing that I'm excited about, there are very few things in VR that I'm excited about. But the reason I'm more focused on the Rift and the Oculus Rift, it's because it's got John Carmack, and I've been following this guy for years now, decades. So yeah, I kind of looking forward to see what he comes up with next.
Hello, Jimmy Linguini.
I'm a Power Ranger.
Hello, Power Ranger Jimmy.
Okay.
You've forgotten your suit, dude.
Aw, he took away the video.
I'm a pug.
That was probably for the best.
Oh, then again, good point.
How can we help, Jimmy?
Probably changing into his Power Ranger shoot.
How are you doing?
Maybe?
Atari 2600 with tennis, yes. Atari 2600. Well, that was basically a piss take of Pong, really, wasn't it? Super Mario Bros. In the early 80s. I used to play Super Mario in Woolworths. That was my they had this NES that was sat there, and you could come in and just sort of enjoy the game. You could just sit there for hours.
Before.
Yeah, I brought my own seat.
I mean, it's ancient to me, but I've actually played the NES before. Now we're talking about something I'm more familiar with.
Shut up! You make me feel old, and I'm not that much older than you.
7 years is a fair amount of time.
Marshall
That's
Derek.
not that much.
Yeah, was Derek already here? Yes, he was already here. Did he say anything about the Star Citizen SA thread? I'm not quite sure about this, mate. Could you maybe blob some information about that, or at least I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there, mate.
No,
He might
that
have
was
said
he
something
did
about
talk
it.
about it.
Yeah, what does he mean by the SA thread?
That was the whole thing where he was talking about the forums and like the Reddit thing.
I wasn't paying attention. I was playing that torture for game.
You're welcome.
Yeah, a lot of people have been into XCOM 2. Everyone's really sort of enjoying it, from what I've understood. You reckon that the old version was superior to this new one? What's your problem with it, Marshall? When I say my own seat, by the way, Carillion, it was really a bag. just with I took a backpack with me with a pillow in it.
Sounds comfy.
Yeah, it was good enough, man.
Whatever works.
Old DOS XCOM has a bug where when you pick a difficulty settings, it would revert back to the beginner level of difficulty. Great.
If you want the beginner level, then it's not really a bug, but otherwise, yeah, I imagine that would be
After you
really annoying.
saved.
After you saved. Oh, okay. So you could do whatever difficulty you wanted until you wanted to save and come back to the game. Then you were stuck with beginner. Got it. Understood.
Oh dear. Gotta love that.
So basically, you couldn't save if you wanted to play on the hardest difficulty.
Or any difficulty other than beginner.
I think you can change the difficulty while you're playing the campaign. So.
Alright, that's not so bad then. So you just have to
difficulty and then keep going.
I'm having enough time with the newer XCOM. What was it? Enemy Unknown.
No,
I am bad at these games.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I kind of suck at it, but I don't really care. I still enjoy it.
And then I installed Long War because I'm a masochist.
Yeah, if you guys want to come in and talk the talk, just pop yourself in there at RSL
when it comes to strategy games, I'm either into real-time strategy or grand strategy kind of games, like Civ. Yeah, Civ is my game. But
I wish I had all the stuff for Civ 5 because I'd play.
I prefer Rome, really.
Yeah, I prefer the Total War series, and I never really liked Rome, but I
really
love Attila. Attila Total War is amazing.
think the Rome, the thing about Rome is more than anything else is it's just got the battle thing right. Although,
it does.
Although
so unlike
Shogun was
Civ,
pretty good.
which certainly does not have the battle thing right, as much as they keep trying.
Shogun 2 is amazing, but the politics side of it is a clusterfuck of a mess.
I think
Rome 2
somebody
when it
bought
came-
me Shogun, and I've never even made it through the tutorial.
No. Are
Tell
you
us
talking
more about this.
Shogun or Shogun 2 are you talking about?
I'm talking to
I'm
the
gonna
first
find
one. I still remember the first one, and the first time I installed it, I was like, a game that takes an entire gig. It was 1 gigabyte. I was like, I don't have the space for that.
Yeah, it was a monster.
Where am I going to get a
It's the
gigabyte?
first one.
They actually had a game show based upon Rome.
Yeah, tell us
Shogun
more about
Total
Rome
War.
as a game.
What, Rome Total War?
Shogun.
Total War,
Oh, that's the
It
first
sounds
one.
vaguely
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, that's because Dad has it. I got it for him. I've played
Okay.
it. It's
Yeah,
pretty
Shogun
good.
Shogun was the first
I like
Total
Empire
War.
Total War is better, but
That was all
That I've
in,
definitely heard of Empire Total
Yeah.
War.
that was all in sprites, wasn't it?
Yep, the first one was sprites. All sprites, tiny
About
ones.
that video being blocked being probably a good thing.
Right.
Yeah, someone's ass.
It would be nice if you
Is that
reblocked
is
it,
that
but
Jimmy,
whatever.
is it?
Yeah, I think
it's
that's
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. See you later, Jimmy. Thanks for coming, mate. Or not. Has my ignore thing completely died these days?
Oh, there he goes.
I think I've blocked too many people.
Uh-oh.
oh no.
Let me just reload a second. And we're back.
Oh, that was fun.
Power Ranger, no.
Thanks for coming anyway, mate. Cheers.
Honestly, dude, you're a fucking grown man. You need to grow the fuck up.
Oh
Bye-
God.
Bye, Jimmy.
I forgot that. I was just his mental maturity was so low. I couldn't see him as a grown man.
Well, if he wasn't, we'd have some real problems with what he just showed. So
Yeah, we would get well. Not like it shows on YouTube, but
this is true, but it's still unnerving.
This is
If he wasn't a grown man, but
you
he's
know-
a grown man, so I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, you know, this is what the internet.
A grown
you know,
man,
the,
I think, only in age, but not maturity.
yeah, the internet
Yes,
was.
I mean
was
in physical
supposed-
maturity,
yeah.
not in mental. Obviously, not in mental.
The
Internet
internet was
was supposed
supposed
to
to
make
bring
us-
us all together, wasn't it? You know. And I
Well, it
think
brought us together, but that doesn't necessarily.
Well,
it's not.
in some
Here's
cases
the
a little
prob-
too close.
Here's the problem with the internet. It did bring us all together, and most people are assholes.
No, most people aren't. It's
I
you
don't
know,
know, I'd say most people, but a percentage enough to be a major
This-
annoyance.
Oh,
Yes.
Some people are assholes. Most people are idiots.
There you go.
Better?
That sums it up. Much
yeah,
better.
that's much better, yeah. That's more accurate.
oh, something I agree with from Mundane Matt. The hardest part about playing a dickhead on the internet is eventually life catches up to you.
The hardest
Indeed,
part
Matt.
of playing a dickhead on the internet is that I'm not playing.
Well, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, but you know, there are other things you could do in this world. Perhaps you could, I don't know, go outside and
Touch grass.
yeah.
Go outside and masturbate. Come on, do it.
Well, no, you see,
don't
then
listen.
that's-
Don't listen to Pug. Don't listen to the Pug.
You will get arrested.
Yeah, unless you live out in the sticks, that's fine.
Well, yeah, then nobody.
Marshall says, I meant that the main place where Star Citizen was discussed. Star Citizen thread on Something Awful forum was closed to unregistered users. Ah, yes. I believe Lotax was getting a little bit annoyed by the Star Citizen citizens, as Derek likes to call them.
You know, I just
and
had a
decided
thought.
and decided to put SA
The
behind
trolling
it.
shit only happens when the citizens show
Yeah.
up.
So it's not it's closed to unregistered users, of course, yes. But it means that if they do want to go on there and attack Derek on Star Citizen, they'll have to pay.
And really, why would you pay for
for something
Troll.
awful.
Something tells me
Because
Derek's
some
going to
people
fund
have
his
problems.
next game.
I suppose people have enough money that they could do that because they have nothing else to do with their money. I don't know.
Basically, because
I mean, like, I
Star
understand
Citizen
why
is
there was a
never
lot
gonna
of
come
trolls
out.
on like Puzzle Pirates or whatever that I played because I was like, okay, because it doesn't cost them anything to troll us.
Think of it this way: these people have dumped thousands of dollars into Star Citizen.
Oh my!
Yeah. So they're willing to spend money on wasting their time.
Fair enough.
I mean, come on, people spend thousands of dollars on fireworks every year.
This is true, but fireworks are at least pretty to look at.
You might as well be burning your money. Same difference.
Yeah.
I just go downtown every year and
Watch somebody
burn
else do
beers
it,
and
yeah.
watch the fireworks show.
Well, we
I
used to
don't
go to
do
Boston every year and watch them there because they had, one of the best shows in the world. But now they've made it so that you're not allowed to bring like anything with you because of security reasons, apparently.
I just
So
throw
we
a
don't do
bunch of
anything
old
anymore.
wood in a pile and set it on fire.
That can be fun, as long as you have a place where you're allowed to make a fire. If you live in like the city or the suburbs like us, then that might be an issue. But I go camping, so I have fires all the time that I can look at.
Says the pyro.
I have more than just normal fires. Every time I need a new couch.
I'm a pyro, but I'm not a pyromaniac. I have controlled fires.
But like every time I
Some
need
of my
a new
friends
couch,
are pyromaniacs,
or
but we won't go there.
a new chair, or I have a desk that needs disposed of, or
Well, at one point, I was
the
working
ash
for this
pile is
camp,
easier to deal
and,
with than the dump.
and yeah, the thing is, it's actually very expensive here to get rid of trash, and so we had a bunch of wood furniture that was it's garbage, it was all broken and stuff, and we decided instead of throwing it in the dump to just burn it, because not only for the entertainment, which is always nice, but mostly because it was actually cheaper. Because it didn't cost us anything to burn it, while it actually cost us
The hard
to try to
part's
dump it.
picking up the springs.
Well, there wasn't any springs in it. It was hardwood, furniture that had been handcrafted a long, long time ago, and unfortunately it was all broken, as I said. So.
Oh man, that foam shit, that lights up great.
Yeah, but it also is really bad to inhale.
Yeah, well, stand back.
Easy enough. Like, yeah.
just light it on fire and run away and hope that you don't cause,
Cover your
problems.
nose or something. Like, gas masks are a thing. Just wear a gas mask.
Well, yeah, if you want to bother to buy a gas mask, but...
Yeah, some people aren't into that, so...
Hell, we just lit that shit up in the backyard. We never managed to burn the fence down.
You live in the South, don't you?
I live in Indiana, the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, Indiana, exactly. Not the South, but it's still rural.
We've got corn and corn.
And this is why nobody cares if you make fires in your backyard.
And we have soybeans. We have those too.
Unless you lay all the corn on fire.
Goddamn soy.
She's allergic to soy.
I'm not only allergic, I have a passionate hatred for it corrupting American soil. Get that shit out of here.
I will admit, soy smells like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That stuff smells so bad.
And they put it in everything because it's like a tasteless filler. So all that stuff I'm allergic to.
Yep.
Sucks to be allergic to soy.
Kind of like how they put
soy is
corn syrup and everything.
Soy is in almost everything, just like peanuts and corn.
Well, at least
Yeah,
peanuts
corn
they take out of a lot of things because that allergy is so damn
so
common.
Yeah.
But soy, because it's not as common of an allergy, is in everything. Same with corn.
Luckily, I'm not allergic to corn because Native American, yeah.
If you were allergic to corn, there would be literally nothing you could eat in this country.
Yep.
Well, we would have to get her
Rice.
all organics, vegetables and shit. Yeah.
Wild rice.
I mean,
Yeah, you can always eat rice.
Peppers.
Unless you electric the rice off it. So.
You couldn't even drink pop or anything because all that's got corn in it
Well,
too.
yeah, that's corn syrup. But I don't drink that anyway because of the preservatives they use.
I don't drink that either, but that's because I can't afford it.
Oh, poor baby.
You're like Kitty with his alcohol. 3 days of soberness. He just disappears when he can.
I don't drink. I'm too crazy for that.
Right. Well, fire is also crazy, but you know.
Yeah, but I try to, I usually drink very, very, very.
Yeah, that's native name. Another gamer's.
Mine.
Pixel Metal just defended a Kotaku writer. Are you alright, Pixel?
What?
Somebody's defending
Which
Kotaku?
one?
What?
I don't worry about it.
Why?
Maybe they need to grow up and start playing Street Fighter V.
Yeah, Piss and Vinegar goes, defend a Kotaku writer. That's heresy, you fucking heretic. Pixel's like, I regret nothing.
Nick, no!
Isn't that what the guys from oh, there goes my train of thought. Carry on.
Nobody is going to let Kotaku leave this.
No.
I didn't write an article for 2013. I didn't even work at Kotaku. Oh my god.
I didn't work at Kotaku either.
I'm sliding down the thread here, and I don't know if you can hear this. That's me scrolling down it.
Where is this thread?
Come to think of it, I haven't worked anywhere, so yeah.
I can't.
Point is, it's a very, very long thread, is what you're trying to express here.
Oh my word!
If you want to go down and quickly press, are you using a mouse? Because if you are, press it down and then just towards the top of your screen and then just down. It'll scroll much faster than actually scrolling. Unless you're trying to skim it, in which case continue doing what you're doing, obviously.
Yes. Thank you.
Haven't you heard Robin knows all the keyboard shortcuts?
You walk.
I don't know why I'm telling Robin anything, because he's explained to me things that I didn't even vaguely know before, so...
Don't you know Robin knows all the keyboard shortcuts?
Allow me to just fashion you with a look right now.
All the keyboard shortcuts, right, Robin?
Oh, really?
You abuse me.
I don't know all the keyboard
I'm
shortcuts.
using people.
Nobody
That's
knows.
what I'm supposed to do.
Only Arini knows all the keyboard shortcuts.
Oh, it's fucking Patrick Klepek. Fuck that guy.
No, why is he defending Patrick Klepek?
I didn't like Patrick Klepek when he was a fucking Giant Bomb. Why the fuck would I like him now?
First of all, the fact that Patrick is actually linked to Niche Gamer. Okay. He's a senior reporter at Kotaku. Okay, that does not make him the devil. That just makes him working.
No,
in a place.
what makes him the devil is he fucked with Giant Bomb. End of story.
But,
oh wait, they banned me. Why do I care?
He's simply pointing out the new normal. People are now trying to figure out who's responsible for Japanese translations at announcement, and everyone's like, "Yeah, this is the new normal, dude."
Yeah.
Pixel Metal's just come in there and kind of go, "Yeah, maybe you ask about the reasoning before making assumptions." In other words, could we try not to just basically have them and us? Because here's the thing, yeah. And maybe I'd like to just say to some people in Gamergate, the one thing you can't do is kill these people. They have, there's this whole, it's rude, okay?
You could, but it would just martyr them, and, martyrs are bad.
Yes, as to quote one Gamergator, it would not look good in the press. So you do eventually at some point have to say to these people, why don't you maybe come round and,
Jesus, how many people replied to him?
Be a games journalist, that's
so
what we were sort of
makes you
after.
think-
You know.
Wait, I don't get it. So where did Nick agree with Patrick or defend Patrick
He
Klepek?
did not agree. He just simply said to some of the guys that were sort of ready to jump down his throat and skull fuck him that maybe
I don't even see where this is.
Maybe you just want to hear him out first of all. They're going to write, they're going to write something about the same topic now. It's interesting content. That's all he's pointing out.
Wait, do you actually have to kill someone to skull fuck them?
I think it can come with the territory.
No, according to Anti-Gamergate, you do not. Anti-Gamergate wished consensual skull fucking in the nasal cavity with Rusty Chainsaw. How that could ever be consensual is beyond me, but...
Let's be perfectly frank, yeah. Most of the anti-Gamergate crew...
Anything can be.
Most of the anti-Gamergate crew weren't actually gamers now, were they?
No.
How do you get a rusty chainsaw in your navel?
They had been sent here. They had been sent here by...
their nose.
They had been sort of sent here by the more
That's even
unscrupulous
smaller.
people.
What the fuck?
I know. You have to understand, anti-gamers are very, very disturbed. So disturbed. They also went on
I'm very disturbed, and I don't understand.
They also went on to discuss how they had a specific fetish for that and wrote Harry and Ron and Draco fics. And
Well, you know that rule of the internet.
I just had to run away to my safe space at that point.
You realize there's something seriously wrong with people when they confuse the hell out of me. When I think someone's crazy, it probably means they're fucking so far gone no one can find them.
The problem is these people, unfortunately, have political influences that are throwing all of us off.
Well,
how in the hell do people
Some
this
of them,
crazy...
not all of them, a few of them, I should say.
How the hell do these people manage to feed themselves, let alone manage political...
Professional victim.
Alignment.
They just turn up. Look, here's the thing, yeah? When's the last time any of you went to, applied to the UN to talk to them? Have you?
Never.
Never.
I wouldn't be able to afford the travel.
Exactly.
So, if you can imagine, they just did.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've invited people onto this thing, and people kind of go, "How'd you get this person on there?" And I went, I said, "Hello, would you like to come on the show?" And they either do or they don't. You just try. That's sometimes how these sort of things happen. The fact that you actually decide to do it, and then you try what so what do I need in order to actually achieve this? Well, I need to do this. So you do that. And then it either happens or it doesn't. That's the how. Whether it happens or not is really down to, if you imagine the UN doesn't necessarily get approached by a lot of people all the time on these sort of subjects. So they're like, yeah, sure, we can give you.
No, these subjects.
Oh, okay, I see what you said.
How do I become a spy?
Right.
Well, it depends to start with which country you want to be a spy for.
Well, I suppose the one I'm actually in, that would probably be a
I wouldn't know. I don't know a lot about your country. Which country are you in again?
America.
Oh. Right, sorry.
Say it with a little bit more pride.
So to become a spy, you would need to be hired by either the CIA or...
I mean, if I'm going to be a spy, I might as well spy on my own people, right?
Don't you just need to get a job at Microsoft these days?
Touche, that's true.
I'm pretty sure that was Apple, wasn't it?
No, it was Microsoft.
Oh, thanks, Silverball.
Xbox One.
Oh wait, no, Apple's the ones actually trying to resist.
Yeah.
Correct.
Or playing like they are.
One of the two.
Pretty much.
Or maybe a bit of both. At
At
their
minimum,
company, not
they're
a person.
parlaying it for, attention and brand recognition.
I'm willing to bet Steve Jobs would have fucking resisted.
Well, I mean, they could get a supercomputer on that job.
They're
so
not
they
alive,
could brute
so.
force it.
No, they can't because if
that's what the case is about because it scrambles it.
They came up with one hell of a security system on those damn things. If you try to brute force it, it will delete itself.
Yep.
Not if you take out the hard drive.
No, they did. That's the problem.
You need the software. You need software in order for that to actually scramble itself.
Here, Robin, I'll link you.
But the software's in the hard drive.
Yes, but you have to run the software.
No, are you talking about the phone or the hard drive? What?
You've got to remember, guys.
With
you
the
can
phone,
take a copy of this stuff.
When you remove the drive, or not the drive, like the memory chipset from the phone, you put it into another board. The first thing it's going to try to detect is the fingerprint reader, and it's going to synchronize. Like each fingerprint reader would have a randomized integer, or like a string.
So you can't even take the shit and put
that
them
would
in
sync
the
with your data. If that doesn't sync, your phone doesn't go on at all.
Right.
And that's why there's been a lot of phones being bricked when they replaced when they did replacement, like screen replacements and stuff, with third-party repair shops, and they didn't do the syncing correctly.
Right.
So yeah, the security is pretty tight on those things.
But once again, you can actually copy this data. You don't necessarily need the chip itself. You can take that data and put it onto something else.
The thing is, if the FBI haven't tampered with the phone enough to be at the point where one extra code or one extra entry and the phone is dead and deleted, maybe they would have been able to back it up to the cloud. But right now, at this point,
they can't even do that, can they?
Here's what they're asking.
They can.
The real question is not can they.
No, they're not. Guys, they're not asking to get into one phone.
They're asking for a back door so they can.
They're asking so they can get into all of the phones.
That's right. And that's why I'm actually kind of in favor of Apple saying no.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and do your business with it. Get a supercomputer on this. It's what 1024-bit. I think it's 1024-bit, isn't it?
It's a multi-layer encryption.
Yeah, so it's not impossible to crack. It's just going to take them a while and a beastly machine to do it.
Well, again, that's what they're already going to do. The problem is it will scramble the whole code. No, it'll scramble the whole code. That's why they want the backdoor. It's already going to take them a while to force Apple to try and make a backdoor. So it's not really that.
The thing is, even if they were trying to access that one single phone.
I know, right?
Yeah, to have a court order that would nullify someone's privacy like that is
the problem is
let me just continue my train of thought here.
Sorry.
To have any government have that kind of power, they go like, hey, this phone that has been sold on the promise of privacy can be broken with the help of the people who made that privacy possible. To give any government that kind of power, what's going to stop the Chinese of exploiting the same thing?
America has always had that power, though.
Oh,
Imagine
guys,
the Saudis going like, hey,
Habib,
by
it's
the
not
way,
even that bad. It's 256-bit encryption.
Hold on. In the course of Saudi Arabia, I am equal to a terrorist in their eyes because I'm an atheist. So they could go like, hey, this guy is a criminal. We need to access his data now. Apple, give us his data. What's going to stop them?
The fact that Apple has absolutely no reason to worry about that government.
Pretty much. That sums it up.
They could definitely start. I mean, Apple.
We could just go like, hey, well, in the Middle East, their main headquarters is in Saudi Arabia. And Saudi could we just be like, no business with you anymore. All those millions of phones that you sell every year, all those millions of laptops, no more. Bye-bye.
And then all the people who are enjoying those things and are using them, like the governmental people who would decide this, wouldn't have access to it. I don't think they're going to want to do that.
When you talk about an authoritarian government like Saudi Arabia, they wouldn't give a fuck.
This is probably true, yeah.
They wouldn't give a fuck until people started getting their pitchforks.
You'd be surprised. They would
And
be
at
able to get the
the, and at the
pitchforks 'cause they
moment,
get
the
mowed
Middle East
down
is
with
full of
guns.
pitchforks.
That's true.
Okay. Well, it's CNET, yeah, who are actually giving you this information, yeah, are woefully undereducated when it comes to hardware and software. By the sound of it here, because what they're sitting here and doing is kind of going, well, why can't the FBI crack the passcode in the phone? And they're kind of going, well, the phone was set to automatically erase after 10 wrong passcodes. Bummer.
And they've already tried 9 times.
Yeah,
I bet.
you're sitting there kind of going, are you fucking
So hard
crazy?
crack will never work
Do you
on.
honestly think that the FBI are just going to sit there with this phone, they're not going to touch it, they're just going to sit there kind of just pressing random keys at it, hoping it's going to fucking work?
Well, no, they have the plan for the supercomputer to crack in infinite amounts of passwords.
That's right.
It's just
They
the
won't
issue
be
is,
able to
again,
scram. Yeah, the deleting or the scrambling business is to do with the actual phone itself. You take that apart, where you've just got the actual data itself. You can copy that data off of the chip,
obviously.
throw it into this supercomputer, which then goes through, and it's only 256-bit encryption. It's not actually that bad. If it was 1024, it would take them decades. 256, they could probably do it in a couple of weeks.
But they don't
That's
want to
assuming
take
they have
that
the physical phone, right?
Well, they do have the physical phone.
They would rather fight right now than to take that long.
Well, I think that they're still going to have to take that long. What they're trying to ask Apple to do is to say, stop making this difficult.
They're trying to force them to create something. Like, you can't force people to create something.
I don't know. That's part of the reason why Russia, had troubles doing a lot of
I don't
things they tried to
know.
do. Russia being the Soviet Union, I mean.
Forcing people to create things how our infrastructure was built.
To invent. It's hard to force people to invent. It is possible, but it is very limited. Because the simple reality is,
that's not
how do you
so
know
much
when they're going to be
creating.
able to invent?
They were more actually forced to labor because
Labor in creating something, as in roads.
No, because it was mostly harvesting. That's why the cotton gin was invented, to try
I'm not talking about the black slaves. I'm talking about the criminal slaves. The ones we use to create our highway.
The railroad, yeah. Even then, it's not like they designed it, it was kind of...
Get out there and tar that shit.
Exactly, there's a big difference.
How did we get on?
Here's a shovel.
From iPhone encryption to slavery. Always America.
This is how my brain works.
Welcome to America, Robin.
I don't feel it.
The court order asked Apple to create a new custom version of iOS that runs only on this specific phone, and I'm just like, bullshit! That's
only on this
insane.
specific phone, my ass.
Right? Everyone ever is like, no.
Well, they're still stuck with the problem
the court order.
They're still stuck with the problem there of they'll have to wipe the phone in order to get it to actually run on this, because whatever the phone is, it's the only way you're going to be able to get this. What they want to do is have an operating system that gets rid of all of those problems and keeps the data on there.
Good luck.
And that's
But to install an operating system, you have to delete the data, don't you?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, no. But the problem they're going to have is, of course, is that the phone itself is set up in this way in order to secure the data from the last user. Whatever they're going to do, they're going to have to yank the thing apart, whatever happens.
Ultimately, yeah.
No,
Well, they're already
is,
planning on that.
Okay, and I think the way, the mere reason Apple is fighting this, to the last breath, is because they spent years trying to take the corporate kind of clients from RIM, because RIM was the leader when it comes to privacy protection and security, and to have those secure
BlackBerry,
emails.
that is, guys, just for anyone who's not sure.
They're fighting this so hard because all the other companies that have bent over for the government have ended up fucking killing themselves.
Not only that. Listen, I mean, I witnessed that firsthand. Back in my banking days, everybody had BlackBerries, and they were issued to us by the bank. And the main reason was, yeah, you can connect to your work VPN, you can do all your emails, and it's 100% secure. The encryption was top notch, and even if your phone gets stolen, any kind of any average hacker wouldn't be able to get into your phone, and even like the advanced ones wouldn't be able to get into your phone. Apple spent years trying to tap into that market, and they finally did. So,
and now they're being told
they finally did because BlackBerry actually bent over and put a backdoor in for a government, didn't they?
Yeah.
No. They
did.
Well, it's not the main reason.
It's for the police.
The reason why people switched to Apple is when Apple, and I remember like Apple actually held seminars for top corporations. HSBC, they held a big one in HSBC. A few of our bank was invited there, and it's like they were like, hey, we have this new security. Come, please buy phones from us and give it to your execs. So they fought that battle for years, and now they can't compromise that over this.
No, because then anyone's going to say, well, what's really making it credible as secure because you yourself hacked into it, so anyone can copy you. I get it, I think.
Well, here's the thing. Most corporations...
That would be an issue.
Well, I'm not going to say most. There's a lot of corporations that do a lot of shady shit, and they don't want their phone to be leaked out. Not even to the government.
Well, those same corporations do a lot of shady shit by trying to get into other people's stuff.
The leading rule to backdoors...
And people who aren't shady don't want those motherfuckers taking their patents, taking their data, taking their information either. Corporate espionage is huge these days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's always been.
Pretty much the leading rule to
pretty much.
backdoors in anything. If you can find it, anyone can find it.
Right. If you can create it, then it can be found.
You just made the security worse.
Yeah, and everyone will know about it. That's the real deal. If they did it, people would find out.
Which is pretty bad when you think about it, because people have been hacking into shit lately.
I mean, even if they did it just for this phone, people would find out that they did it just for this phone, and then
they would find out how to use it and copy it.
Not even that. It's the mind share of that. The fact that they've done this they would worry, even if they didn't do it for everybody else's phone, they would be worrying like fuck that Apple will.
It would cause.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Microsoft. So.
Hell, Microsoft just has too much monopolization, which is why they're not going down. But
hell, talking about hacking
a lot of
yet,
somebody hacked into a Tesla a few months ago.
What?
Sweet.
You literally hacked into the fucking car.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I mean, hackers have done some crazy shit. Like someone hacked into a pacemaker.
Into anything that's computerized.
I think it's called a pacemaker. You know, that little device that attaches someone's cardio related. Like, someone hacked into one of those.
They hacked the car and actually managed to gain control of systems in it.
Imagine just disabling the brakes on a Tesla.
Yeah.
God.
It's awful.
Okay, so they hacked the brakes, then they brought it to a stop, but that's actually considered a feature and a...
No. Imagine if you can hack into a Tesla and...
If you can apply the brakes,
you can disable the brakes.
And if you can apply the brakes when, let's say, they're in the middle of driving, and there's someone right behind them, you could kill them. Because they get hit by the person behind them.
Kill them by disabling the brakes, though.
Well,
you could even kill them by applying the brakes the right way at the right time.
There are very few things that are mechanically controlled in that car.
You don't instantly.
So you can disable the steering. Pretty much.
Disable the steering.
Okay, well that's a little. Here, this is how they did it. It's kind of silly. They literally just like plugged it in. What? Okay.
And that's what I was gonna say. If they're hacking into it, the question is, are they hacking into it remotely? Because if they're not, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Well, okay, if they plugged something into it, imagine instead of plugging a phone, you plug in a transmitter, and you control the signal of that transmitter from a
But
phone.
you can already do that with other cars. Like,
Yeah, you can do that. With
Yeah, you can do that with a lot of cars these days. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that with
You could do
fucking
that.
old cars because they don't have a goddamn computer controlling that.
No, you could do it. You could do it with like the 1960s cars. They actually were, putting in the transmitters and stuff. It's like an old, murder mystery trope because, like, in film, right? For stunt cars, they used to try and do that a lot. They would try and have the transmitters on the brakes so that they could try and stop them. Otherwise, they would just get cars that they were planning to crash. So. It's an
I
old
would
trope.
have to install like vacuum tubes onto my phone to hack into those.
What was with the vacuum tubes? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that statement. Can you repeat that, Habib?
Before there were processors, that the modern chipsets,
Right.
the transistors were vacuum tubes.
They were basically
ancient computers.
They were basically like really bad light bulbs.
Yes.
Got it.
The idea of storing a 1 or a 0 in these sort of things is that you had to store that 1 for a couple of milliseconds or whatever like that. So you fire a bit of electricity into a glass, and it would hold for long enough to it to be read the next time somebody goes, "Is this a 1 here?" And that's about it. The same
Back in the good old days.
Yeah. Well, you have non-volatile and volatile memory. Volatile memory is the stuff that the DIMMs that you have on there. So what happens is it fires a tiny little 3-volt zap into the thing, and it holds it there for a billionth of a second.
Okay.
And then it disappears.
And it does that a billion times.
About
in a second.
And it lasts 3 seconds or whatever, right?
No, never 3 seconds. If it lasted for 3 seconds, you've got a broken chip.
Right. So.
If you can
You said
imagine
a billionth of a second, so obviously a billion times would be 1 second, right?
Yeah.
Never mind.
So yeah, if you can imagine that the technology they're using for volatile memory is to be able to make it to be able to turn on and off as fast as possible. So it's got to lose that really, really fast, but hold on to it just
so that's
long
the whole
enough.
point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how you store a 1. It doesn't matter when it's storing a 0.
Right, obviously.
Yeah.
Having something. So
Yeah, so
I get it.
Your memory is
I do understand the basic concept. Of
memory is refreshing the data that it finds every billionth of a second.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Non-volatile, however, means that it stores it on there. It physically tells it to make itself look like a 1, and then it holds it there.
Wi-Fi.
So we're talking about flash drives and things like that.
The most ridiculous part is they don't even know for sure that it has anything of use. Like, it maybe could be sort of hypothetically might have a trail. It's like, that does not seem worth fucking over a huge population for.
Well, it's a precedent to be able to, they're using it as whatever precedent they can to be able to force.
Exactly.
That's all. I mean, this is what people do. A lot of people sort of like, I bet you there's a conspiracy theory out there that says that this is a false flag, for example.
Let's see here. They hacked the wireless connection, the digital car keys, and an SD card they put in the thing, and that's how they got access to everything in the car.
Yeah, but they literally had to go and, play around with the mechanics of the car. It wasn't like they could
but once
remotely
you
hack
get
it.
into that car, you can get into all the
But
car.
again,
only if you can physically get to the car and set this all up.
That's right.
So yes, if you can do that, you can hack the car. Congratulations.
For
So
now,
impressive.
for now, that's the method that they have.
Of course, if you can do that, you can probably get into the car, set up a fuse that's going to blow, and the car will disable that.
Hold on.
From my understanding,
for now, they have to connect to it physically, but a car like the Tesla, which pretty much everything on it is wireless, and you can.
Yeah.
No, from my understanding of this, they don't have to do that, though.
What?
They had to learn how to get into the thing.
Right, but it's wireless is what you're talking about.
Right now, they can just go through the wireless, hack the into the systems, and just do it like that.
No, they were only able to get access to the one car, which again, I mean, yeah, they were able to control it remotely, but it was like a stunt car. So it was kind of less impressive than they make it sound.
They hacked into the VPN connection, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, but...
It would be like saying you can hack into one computer. That doesn't mean you can hack into every
They had to smurf the Tesla service network. And if you can smurf that network, you can smurf it on all cars. What I'm reading here is basically they needed that access to learn how to do this, but once they can do it, they can do it.
Not really. I mean, first of all, they had to have complete and total, like... They had to still be basically inside the car. What they were doing was pretending to be, you know...
They damn right disassembled the car.
Yeah, I know. That's what...
Well,
but even
they
then,
were
that's
learning. We're talking about people who were asked and tasked.
Problem, but
this is like people who learn how to pick locks. Once you know how to, you can do it on command.
Well, note.
Yes, we can actually do it remotely.
Yeah, note at the top there, as stated below, Tesla has already patched many of the vulnerabilities discussed.
Right.
So these people.
Yep. So they
people
could have if it wasn't patched.
Telling you those vulnerabilities.
That's
if
right.
They didn't patch
That's what these gentlemen were there for. They were there to try and
well,
find
yeah,
that
I mean,
way
it's
so that they
part
can
of
get rid of
Tesla's
those
bug
doors.
bounty program.
Yeah, this is, and you know what's really lovely about this is that they told everybody, look, we've somebody found some vulnerabilities and we've patched them.
Yep.
That's usually what the DEF CON people do, though.
That's what they're about. Yeah, these white hats.
Yep.
They do it on physical security too. I like those people.
Yeah.
The people who pick locks, I love those people.
Well, the other thing is, you have to remember, Tesla, not only is the car electric, but it's also trying to reach a point where they'll be able to have driverless vehicles. So
that's the ones that scare me.
I'm so looking forward to it because I can't drive because of my vision. So I'm.
A car that can drive itself is a car that can kill you.
Well,
all cars can kill you. It's just a question of the driver.
Most Americans die in cars.
All cars can kill you. This is a question of the driver. What happens when the computer spazzes out and now it's a bad driver?
It
what happens when your car malfunctions in the first place?
Probably the same thing when your driver has an epileptic fit.
Or
is too drunk to drive. Or is distracted by their fucking kids who won't shut the fuck up, and you've turned round to tell them to shut up, or you're going to leave them by the road and then end up going headlong into a van. These things can see 360 degrees at all times. They don't sleep. They don't stop. If
you're talking about them malfunctioning, can your brakes. This isn't new.
Yeah,
that it might malfunction and therefore be more
The one thing that
dangerous.
really annoyed me is when somebody kind of goes, yeah, but what if the car runs out of battery? And it's like, well, probably the same thing would happen if you'd run out of fuel.
It's not the malfunction that scares me. It's the purposeful malfunction. It's a computer. It means it listens to commands.
This isn't a computer.
That's right. Good or bad.
Pug, this isn't a computer. This is probably the best equivalent to this would be like a games console.
A cart. Or just a cart. You push it
does
goes.
the same thing.
Well, no. If you have a look at, say, a NES or a SNES or whatever like that, yeah?
No, I see what Robin's saying.
Yeah, this isn't software in
hardware ties.
This isn't the sense of software like Windows operating system. You've got somebody's put some third-party bullshit on here. I've got a webcam. I've got this, I've got that. Of course you can hack them, and people are looking for those sort of things to make sure that those exploits are taken away.
Right.
They're doing that ahead of time.
They're getting rid of the third party.
But you will never find them all.
Of course you won't. That
But
doesn't
the
mean
simple
that.
reality is you don't need to.
And by the way, Pug, you actually will find them all eventually.
Yeah, once you release it to the public and the public starts finding them.
Well, the public suck compared to white hat hackers, to be frank.
Pretty much.
White hat hackers.
I'm gonna just argue the American argument here. It's gonna be cars don't kill people, but people kill people. So automatic cars won't kill people, but people who mess up with them, they will kill people.
Yeah.
White hat
That's already the case.
really good at finding back doors. Yes.
I don't know if anyone realizes this, but cars are a very effective weapon, unfortunately.
But there's billions of them. It's like
not necessarily, Pug.
It's like testers and games.
Billions.
Really good at
I'm sorry. There's 7 billion people on this planet. Who is this being released to?
Million Americans.
Allow me to make a judgment something like this, Pug. If you have, say, a building with thousands and thousands of doors that can be hacked and picked very easily, there is the front door.
Yep.
Once you've got that front door sealed and they can't get in, it doesn't matter
The rest
how
don't
hard they
matter.
try.
Exactly.
So this is the point. You get that front door sorted out, nobody can get in and exploit the rest.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no door is 100% secure.
We're not
So
talking,
what?
We're talking
How
about.
do you define
We're not
100%?
talking about doors at this point, though. We are actually talking about software, and you can get it to the point that it is 100% secure. We have firewalls for very good reason.
Pretty much.
Firewalls aren't 100% secure.
Yeah, but again, so
but
what?
that requires somebody to allow for ports to be able to open. You cannot.
Exactly.
A firewall, is everything locked down. You have to allow something in. You have to allow something out.
You know the major rule for hackers? If you can get physical access, you have 100% control.
That's right. And how are you supposed to get physical access of
And
somebody's car when they're in it?
Exactly.
When they're not in it.
Yeah.
So you break into the car, which gets back to the whole door thing, because guess what? The door is literally locked.
You need
so
to
now
go
you
in a
have to be
cave,
a
sunshine.
skilled hacker
I hate to
and
break
a
it to you,
skilled
but
locksmith.
locks only stop honest criminals.
Dude, you live in a house. You really need to get out of there. It's got a door.
Yeah, like, just because I can pick locks, okay? I don't find it hard. I had to learn how to do it when I was young because my mom has ADHD.
I can pick locks too. I have a master key. It's called my foot.
No, but
if you break into the car, I think they're gonna know somebody broke into their car. If you that's why you have to pick the lock. Anyways, back where you were saying. Sorry.
There's already stuff against that. Like, I mean, how many anti-theft, car theft stuff is there in America? Like, most of the security
so many.
stuff. Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago when people figured out you could unlock a lot of car doors with a fucking Bic pen.
This is true.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about these
These
days.
are made so you can't.
We're talking about digital locks at this point here, that are on par with, say, an Apple iPhone.
Exactly. So
that the government is trying to sue Apple to force them to give them a special
Not
key.
everyone's going to lug a supercomputer around with them just to hack into it.
just to hack some other person's car so they can murder them or something.
Digital lock.
Not worth it.
It's
at
called
those rates, there's easier ways.
I mean, at this point, if someone is that advanced, they're a locksmith, they're a master hacker, and they're so determined. I mean, might as well just hire an assassin to kill that dude. I mean, why bother with all
I'm
that?
with Habib on this one.
You barely
I'm guessing the assassins are the ones who are going to learn how to do this, so that they'll have less trail. I don't know.
Well,
because I mean, there are
off the mafia enough to have hitmen hired after you, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. I am kind of part of me is pretty sure. Part of me is pretty sure that the first generation of those driverless cars are gonna have problems. Yes, they might have safety problems. They might have some security problems. They might have a lot of problems, and they will.
Do you know who those people are? Most of those people are the ones that are actually investing in that company.
The thing is, like, just because the first generation is going to have problems, we don't abandon the whole technology. We make it
Correct.
better.
The biggest security problem
It's
the
already started
factory
in
in and
China.
of itself.
Wait, what?
You got thousands of people handling these cars when they make them.
Actually, no.
Your point? Not really.
No.
But
Have you
doesn't
seen?
work that way.
Have you actually seen the how they're making these things? They actually have programmable robots doing all of it.
Yep.
Somebody's got to man the robots.
No, somebody has to program the robots
What's
so they
your
man
point?
themselves.
And once they're programmed, they don't need them there. They don't need people there.
That's right.
Oh, great. No work for nobody.
Yep.
That's right.
In this
'Cause
particular
why
case, no.
do something that a robot can do?
No, they just hire people for customer service and sales representatives.
Exactly. And you can still work,
And I would love to be that person.
out where Habib lives because
I
they
would
have
be
created
proud to
robots
be a
do
car
that.
salesman that day.
And people wonder why America's economy has, what, 10%
Okay.
unemployment?
I can
Not that bad.
It's actually at 4.
Yeah.
That is official statistics. Once you take
They're
underemployment
not.
in people who aren't even looking for jobs, it's
The
10.
Labor Bureau is not sitting there sticking its thumb up its ass and fiddling with the stats. Also, the so-called true stats counts in the disabled, the students who are over 18, whether they're in high school or college, and like people who are basically not
People who have
they're-
given up on finding a job.
no, people who aren't necessarily self-employed but doing things like writing, or Anita Sarkeesian, because she's not, employed in the traditional
In other
sense.
words, people who would have no reason to be employed. Or couldn't do employment because that's why they're called disabled. Or people who are students, as she said, who
The
aren't looking
problem
for
with
employment
the
yet.
4% rating is they don't count for people who aren't looking for a job.
You're right.
The vast majority of the
But
unemployed in
The
the
10% rating has even lower, so it's somewhere in between.
for a job
Hold
because
on, hold
there is
on.
no
Okay,
job
I'm
to
gonna.
find.
Okay. All right. So first you
There's a lot of
complained
jobs to find. You can
there's
work
going to
at
be
a
thousands
grocery
of
store,
people
you can
having
work
their
at-
hands on the cars, and then we said no, there will be robots, and then you're like, no, that's going to put people out of jobs. Even
No,
though,
actually,
even though, let me just continue here. Shut up. Even though
Just bop them on the nose.
if America was able to put this product into the market, it's going to boost their economy, because you guys are the lousiest when it comes to the motor business right now. Automobiles, yes, you guys were the top. Not anymore.
When it boosts your economy and only pays like 100 people, what the fuck does it matter?
You
It's not
don't.
gonna pay
All right,
only
you
100.
don't
don't
wanna
understand how
fuck with me
economy
on
works.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all,
Macroeconomics is my thing, so I'd really rather you didn't just like.
I understand one simple fact about the economy. If there's no one after anything, it doesn't fucking function.
That's correct.
Yes, and that has nothing to do with whether a particular industry creates jobs. There are a lot of
That's
industries.
also right.
no, here's the
But
thing.
the service
That
industry
product
doesn't
is
matter
not
if nobody
gonna
can afford the
be-
service.
Okay, that
People
product
can't afford the service because they're working in 1,000 different services other than creating these cars.
It's not about the manufacturing of the cars. Here's the thing, like most of the businesses in the US, you don't export a lot of shit. So most of the money is being circulated just inside the US, and then you import a lot of stuff, which means there's money leaking out of the US.
That's right.
This kind of business, if it booms, if it brings the auto industry back into the US, that means that money is going to come from outside into the US economy.
I'd like one.
There you go.
You liked one more?
It would be
Oh,
my
yes.
first car.
Exactly. See?
The vast
See,
majority
he doesn't even have a
of
car,
fact
and
we
he would go.
import shits because we exported our jobs.
No,
I don't
no,
think you
no.
understand.
You
And
know
that's
all
because-
that cheap shit that China ships us? We used to make that ourselves.
Yes.
Yes, and you know why we don't? Because
don't
it's
want it.
literally
Cheaper to ship
cheaper
it.
to have it shipped than to manufacture it and recycle the stuff here. That pisses me off because
it's actually getting to a bit of a bite point with that, actually. As the
it's
Chinese
cheaper to ship the jobs overseas and ship the stuff back.
Hello,
Excuse me,
excuse me, 1990s. Could you chill out for a second? That is actually changing as China has been doing this for the last 10 years or so. And that has actually shifted their economy to now they have an actual middle class. They have actually people competing for these sort of jobs. And it means that they actually have to pay a little extra. The difference of profit margin was about 10% when it comes to all of this, because it actually does cost money to transport all of these goods back and forth.
Yep.
Okay. Now, when you've got the workers earning just a little bit more, and you've also got to transport all that shit back and forth and all that sort of thing, it gets to the point where even if the employees in your country are getting paid a little bit more than the Chinese, with the export, import, all the other things that come along with that sort of thing, it just becomes no viable sort of thing. The problem is, of course, is that they've still got Vietnam to go through and various other low rent countries before.
There's also another problem. Shipping has just got cheaper.
No, shipping doesn't get cheaper. It doesn't work that way. Shipping takes
got cheaper because oil got cheaper.
Yes, and how do you think we could fix that? It's so easy to fix.
Just tax oil.
That's right.
In fact, if you really wanted to prevent it from being cheaper, you could just do, import tax, substitute. What is that called? Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it.
It's not just the oil, guys. It's not just the oil. It's the
it's
all of the infrastructure issues that come along with that.
I mean, somebody runs the ship. Somebody, there's so much.
Oh hell, it's gonna get even cheaper to do when
there are several chains of command. There are several chains of command just to be able to get something manufactured in China and shipped over, whereas there are virtually no chains of command if you are having something already manufactured in your own country. Now,
I mean, talking about getting out of your own house, I've noticed more and more things that I buy from, let's say, Walmart or Target or wherever, say made in the USA. More and more. Why is that?
Because they haven't moved anything over to Vietnam, and one of the reasons behind that is they've only got so much room to do it, and the populace don't necessarily have the qualifications and skills to manage this.
Right.
But even beyond that, when it comes to the actual jobs and things, the idea that, we're losing jobs, no. We need to start looking at as changing jobs and start assessing what do we want to do. We've just been looking at, everybody just does whatever. And that's not exactly, non-chaotic.
So what you're saying is we need a planned economy. Congratulations.
No,
I'm saying... She's not saying a planned economy. She's saying an unplanned economy. In other words, when you're losing jobs, you don't freak out because you realize that new jobs will appear.
No.
Or you've got to create them yourself.
I'm saying
or you create them.
Nobody sits there assessing what the value of anything is. So this job that is supposedly lost because it's not being done by humans should be seen as a triumph, because we also don't do things like, just polishing shoes anymore either. Why don't we do that? Because it's no longer necessary.
Well, actually, we do have people who polish shoes still, because certain rich fucks still wear shoes that need polish.
This is true. But not many.
But even then,
it's not a common job. Why it used to
It's not their sole occupation, and they don't do it out on the streets. They kind of do it more as like silverware polishing, like that. It also goes in hand. For instance, I had a uncle who he was a cobbler for shoes because he was Amish, and that's a thing.
Amish.
But
Uncle who?
But he still had to work at other places.
Which uncle of ours? What?
There's not enough demand. Uncle Margaret. I don't think you remember him because you were a baby.
Yeah. Horseshoes used to be big business too. Now it's kind of
Now it's not. Now there's tires. Now
Well,
there's
others
other
around
things.
here.
Does this mean somehow that these jobs are lost? No, it doesn't work that way.
But what we don't have is one of the things that is America's strongest point has always been its education, and we kind of just now have, gender studies and things.
You know what America's strongest point was? I'll tell you. It's actually kind of surprising if you think about it. America's strongest point was we had no competition. We had 40 years of the whole rest of the first world being destroyed.
That really helped, yeah.
Entirely true, but yeah, that's a major factor. At least one of
a
those.
huge factor. What Germany and Japan?
Yeah.
Totally in rubble. Yeah, that did very much definitely help.
That did make it very easy for us to have a very nice economy. Yeah.
Well, didn't your factories mostly get trapped up too?
Mm. Well, the UK obviously had lost its empire as well throughout this.
Yeah.
But I don't understand, I don't know. Factories to me are so.
American empire was in ascension at this point. Korea, all that sort of business.
Factories are a necessity.
But if you have automatic factories that are run by robots, they become not.
Here's the problem, guys, and you really have to understand
and you can go
this.
Work something new.
Some people are idiots. You are always going to have people who are not necessarily that bright. Now,
there's so many other things they can do.
But what?
Than factories.
Okay,
like
let's take people. My mom was asking me.
All right. If you want to talk about idiots, I have a friend. Well, my mother has a friend who literally is considered mentally retarded, as in she has a lower than 100 IQ by a significant portion. She is a bagger at Stop and Shop. She makes enough money to survive.
Okay, so do you reckon that
she makes enough money to survive?
There's bagging at a
really
Stop and
worse?
Shop, though.
Is that really worse than working at a factory?
No. Well, how is?
I have a question.
You've basically decided.
That's not my point at all.
Please, one second, guys. You've basically decided that working in a factory is bad.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying if you
or bad
have
or worse.
robots doing it.
Have you ever worked in a factory?
My mom did.
You guys,
I only had to do a factory job for a day, and it's not something I would enjoy, but
it depends on the work that you're doing. Some of it requires a bit of engineering experience. Some of it requires, it's not just basically putting lids on fucking ice cream boxes or anything like that. There's loads of other different types of
right. Those things aren't going to be replaced by robots. We're talking about which jobs would quote unquote be lost by the robots.
Those could be replaced by robots as well. We're talking about mid to sort of like, let's say, low to mid skill sort of jobs. Okay, with that,
and decent paying ones at that.
Reasonably, yeah. The thing is, if you've got no rungs on those bottom ladders, it means that nobody can actually rise to those middle ladders either.
That's true.
So what you end up doing is you have an economy of people that never really get much job experience, so they don't get any work at all. And they have to get themselves education in order to even get onto a tier of work. And when somebody says to them, "Oh, you got these qualifications, any experience?" Then like, well, no. See ya. So this is what they call upward mobility. Imagine somebody with no experience or whatever like that in work, gets themselves a low tier job or whatever like that, gets a bit of experience in that. They go into something that requires a little bit more learning, a little bit more skill. They get themselves a job in that, and they could work their way up to becoming a manager of a bank, for example, without necessarily going through, decades of education before they can even apply.
No, back to my question. Does she make enough to survive without government assistance?
Here's the thing.
That's
what he was saying, because it goes completely against what I'm talking about.
Why does it matter? Because
there's an
if you cannot
assumption
function without government assistance, that means the government's paying for you to survive.
The government's paying. How is your money paid?
Shut up. No, seriously.
How is my money made? The government.
Exactly. So...
Dude, no. Luffy, shut up for a second. Fuck the idea that you have to be doing a job in the sense of earning this hourly wage for this thing. What did everybody start off doing for quote-unquote the hourly wage? Most of it was basically growing food and trading shit and making art and things. I'm not saying everyone can be fulfilled that way and should be. I'm not saying there's no place for all these other jobs. What I am saying is the idea that we should be worried about jobs such as a bagger at Stop and Shop because it can easily, quote-unquote, be replaced by, just automated bagging.
I'm that as another example. No, never mind.
By the way,
I'm not
the
being
baggers are
paid.
definitely being replaced.
I'm not
just
being
like
paid by the
Walmart.
hour to do this, by the way.
You're inversing what I was saying.
And I've probably done quite a lot of work, and it's getting light out there now. I've got.
It's almost 11 a.m. here.
I've got someone to snuggle, and I feel like
Who's
snuggling.
She's about to wake up, man.
Yeah, I know. I want to get a couple of hours in at least. But it's been wonderful. Thanks to everybody for listening. Thanks to you guys for turning up on the after hours.
Thanks for having us.
No, it's been great fun. Come again. Maybe a little earlier next time. Get up early in the morning on a Friday. It's good for you. Keep your sleep pattern going through the weekend. It's better that way. Trust me. It makes
What sleep pattern?
It makes Monday less.
What sleep pattern? That's a good question.
Yeah, it makes Monday less unbearable. Trust me. Okay. Well, anyway.
Dude, I go to like night school, college. I don't need a sleep pattern that has a Monday morning.
I find there to be a huge difference between being disabled and requiring assistance and working and requiring assistance.
One of these
days, our good night.
Yeah, one of these days my guests are going to work out that I'm segueing to an outro.
Good night.
So
one of these days you might actually care.
I love you guys. I really do. And I mean that in a completely unrelated way. But anyway, it's been great. Thanks for coming, guys. And Miss 5,000 watts. Aww. We wanted a proper chat. I really wanted to. So hopefully next week, if you're still listening, which you probably aren't, but if you are listening.
I wanted to yell at her for liking cats.
Yeah, you can come and yell at her for liking cats. That's all right. Okay. So, nighty-night, everyone. Later.
Good night.
Laters. Till next week. Whatever. I need sleep.
Go
sleep.
My chair is comfy and the bed is fine.
It still keeps going. The Hangout, I have a Hangout open, and then I use that's right. This is better, especially when you have people like our friends that were here earlier, and if say that the stream gets hacked or whatever like that, and somebody's coming in constantly being a douchebag, you can just close the thing down, open up a new Hangout, and not spoil your stream. Whereas the open, the hangouts that people have, once those are live, of course, it can be wrecked. So this is, yeah, I've just called an end to the streaming. I'm just gonna basically, you guys carry on. Don't mind me. I am actually going to go to bed. Yeah, I've got a nice warm woman to snuggle up next to. I've got a lovely.